Welcome to my channel, 12 Wells. How are you? I could do the countdown, but sometimes I feel like when I look at other people's videos, that countdown is it's making me it's taking me forever to get into the topics, and that get on my nerves. So anyway, let's talk about some stuff. So as a content creator, I feel like I have responsibility to talk about some of the things that's going on, especially if I don't feel like other independent media is not talking about it. So one of the things I found very disturbing as I was going through my news feeds was about this KKK rally that they had during Memorial Day in Virginia. Now, we wouldn't be talking about it in my city because I'm in New York and they was up there talking about the Knicks game. But we don't want to ignore that somebody was openly marching like this and it made the news, but it didn't make national news. We got to always pay attention to that. We got to pay attention to what makes national news and what doesn't make national news, because sometimes I feel like they ain't making certain things go national for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And I find a lot of times if it's dealing with white people in a negative light, it's definitely not going to go national. Like for something negative to go national that's about white people, it's really crazy, because as you can see, they don't even want to talk about the Epstein files. You know what I'm saying? So they don't want to really talk about nothing negative. But let's look at this report. This made local news, okay? Not national. Okay.
On a weekend where we honored those who died for our freedoms, we received a video of a group whose beliefs flow far from the mainstream. Virginia Beach police tell us they belong to the white supremacy group Patriot Front. And this march at 38th Street Saturday has sparked quite a reaction. More from 10 on Your Side's Markeisha Jackson.
Virginia Beach Mayor Bobby Dyer says he denounces everything the group stands for, but other leaders say the city should remain alert for future marches like this one. People wearing white masks and carrying Confederate flags on full display at the Virginia Beach oceanfront this weekend. Police say they are members of the white supremacist group Patriot Front.
What was the motive for being there and being down there? Were they trying to make a statement, trying to send us a signal, or what's to come?
Members of the Virginia Beach chapter of the NAACP are shocked.
And I even told the chief of police, I said, this is not a good look for Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach police say the group did not have a permit but didn't need one because they did not meet the threshold required. Police also say the group didn't break the law. We reached out to Mayor Bobby Dyer.
First of all, I do not in any way, shape, or form align my views of what they stand for.
Members of the group all wore white masks. According to Virginia law, it is unlawful for anyone over 16 to wear a mask to conceal their identity. Other Hampton Roads cities have enforced the state's mask law. Here's what Mayor Dyer told us.
And every city is going to handle, situations differently. But once again, this group, came. We didn't know about it, and it was peaceful.
To the masking issue, police said that the group has not been treated differently than any other group asserting their First Amendment rights in Virginia Beach.
We shouldn't downplay it. Like no big deal that they just showed up and they just left. We also should not just downplay it, we also be more sensitive to the citizens because there was a lot of people that was afraid.
Leaders hope it does not become a trend.
I just really pray for, peace and, tranquility in the world today.
You can read more from police on this over on wavy.com. Markeisha Jackson, 10 on Your Side.
Dan Goldman delivers. That's why he has the support of progressive activists, organized labor, Planned Parenthood, and NYCHA TA presidents.
I support Dan Goldman because
Now, I found that very disturbing. And I feel like you need to keep your eyes on Virginia Beach because they're getting a little out of control. And I don't know what the Virginia Beach chapter of the NAACP is doing and how the other chapters are dealing with this. But you know, a lot of people like to say that the NAACP don't be doing nothing and they don't got no power. We can't forget when it comes to the NAACP, I don't mean to not be professional by putting my hands in my face and everything. Let me try to be more professional. I hope the brick background isn't distracting you. I'm trying to remember the lady's name. Rachel Dolezal. I had talked about her, did the whole thing about because I can't get over her. Let's not forget how the NAACP, which is supposed to be a black organization, let Rachel Dolezal identify as black when she was a white woman. I mean, so we can't let certain things about the NAACP not you can't forget the foolishness. But for research purposes, that was Wavy TV 10 for Virginia Beach News. Again, that's Wavy WAVY TV 10. And they said you can go on Wavy WAVY.com for further information and story on that. But we gotta be specific. We can't forget certain things because a lot of these people, they're not paying attention in the first place. That's why they had a woman that was clearly white head the NAACP. I'm not gonna let you forget that because I thought it was ridiculous. I thought it was a ridiculous story. We got to bring it back. We can't forget these things because sometimes people be like, but why did this happen in the first place? How does these things happen? It happens because people don't communicate things. They don't take urgency, right? So they claim that these men walked without a permit, but they didn't have the numbers to require a permit, right? They had their faces covered. They said by law, anybody over the age of 16, how do you know their age, right? But anybody over the age of 16 is not supposed to conceal their identity. Yet you didn't hear about any arrests, any questionings. We do not know the identities of the people. We don't know nothing. All you know is that someone showed a video and that they're keeping it limited to their news. It's not national news. And that they did this on Memorial Day. That should be disturbing to you. And Virginia NAACP should be putting out an alert to all of their NAACP chapters. But these are the same people that let this white woman pretend to be black in the first place, right? So let's just remember this.
Our exclusive interview with the woman at the center of a cultural firestorm in this country over these last days, Rachel Dolezal, the NAACP chapter leader accused of lying about her race. Today, we asked her whether she has been deceptive and just why there are so many questions now surfacing about her past. Let me just ask you plainly, have you ever lied about your race?
No, because never have I been asked, are you human or not human, right? So.
Pause. Do you see how they twist stuff? Never have I been asked if I'm human or not human. I'm not lying. What am I lying about? But do black people get this circus act? She's juggling. She's giving us a circus act, and they feed into this. It's It's just something that they're entertained by. They're sitting there eating popcorn. But if you can't play games with these people. You really can't. They'll do so many things that don't make no kind of sense. And you just see that nobody else allows this bull to go on. But let's resume to the video.
So those words
race in a as a construct, again, as a fluid understanding. So I would say no.
you know when someone asks you, are you Black? Are you African American? You know exactly what they're asking you. And for you to say yes, is that an honest answer?
When somebody asks, are you Black, which I actually don't get asked very often, until recently, since a few days ago, then I say, yeah, I do. Yeah, I am Black.
Do you understand why many people would think, given your parents and your heritage, that is at best a misleading answer?
I can understand that, but again, up to this point, I know who raised me. I haven't had a DNA test. There's been no biological proof that Larry Ruth Ann are my biological parents.
There's a birth certificate that has your name on it and their names on it.
I'm not necessarily saying that I can prove they're not, but I don't know that I can actually prove they are. I mean, the birth certificate is issued a month and a half after I'm born.
You see the foolishness? I can't prove that these are my parents. I mean, the birth certificate was issued a month and a half after I was born, and we haven't had a DNA test. I mean, you're a white woman. Like, I don't understand how the foolishness. And you heard how you see how she talks? She's a straight nut. Okay? That the NAACP entertained until somebody exposed her. But it wasn't the NAACP. Now listen, you heard what they asked her? She said race has a fluid understanding. She was like, I don't really, she's trying to act like you can't be specific when it comes to this question. But let your Black ass try to say this nonsense. And then think about it like this. This is how I see it. That's the same kind of nonsense we was going through Kamala. Do you really want to have this again? Why are you entertaining even having her run again for the opportunity to play games? How many times did they ask her, is she Black? She says, I don't have to answer that question. Yet people are saying she's the first Asian to be in the highest level position as the vice president. But she said, you asked it, are you Black? Are you Black? This one, she said, I mean, I don't even know if I was born to these two parents. Like they may be my white parents, but they may not be. Did y'all, she was the first one. She's before Kamala. She was before Kamala. Do y'all even pay attention to the news? I don't think people pay attention to how we always have a first one to test the waters and see how far they can be allowed to enter into the minds of people, to speak on concepts, to have you have the discussion in the classroom. You understand? They're always testing. They're always testing to see how far they can go. Can we get away with this? Let's go back to Rachel. I never let this one go. This one was outrageous to me. I thought it was outrageous. This to the NAACP. And people always saying the NAACP don't do nothing. And I don't see them fighting to disclaim it. People talk bad about the NAACP all the time. And I don't hear them trying to fight for nothing. What stance do they make on anything? This is the Virginia Beach chapter of NAACP talking about, I don't think we should just let these this little march slide. But who are they talking to? You got chapters all over America What's going on? What are y'all really doing though? Other than talking to your local news. We got a lot of stuff go on in local news. It doesn't become national. I don't understand what's going on. But I think it's a problem. I think it's this area. They went on Memorial Day to do this walk, concealed their identity. They testing the waters. You better watch out. Because these people, they get real messy. And this white woman, she was trying to see where she can go. And she opened the doors for Kamala Harris, that non-black woman that people were saying, she ain't black. She had pushback. You got to look at what's going on here. You got to pay attention to how aggressive pushback could be. See, there was pushback with Kamala. They went to the barbershops and the men said, well, I don't think she black. And people got mad with her. You just don't want a woman in charge. You don't want a black woman in charge. What? First of all, they said they don't think she's black. Just like somebody said, this woman right here, talking about Rachel, she ain't black. She up there tanning herself. They said, somebody said, she ain't black. And then they asked her, are you black? And she said, well, nobody ever asked me that until recently. I mean, think about it. What is black, right? What is it? That's Kamala. She's the first one. Y'all better pay attention because you need to shut shit down when it starts. Do you hear what I'm telling you? I'm telling you something. You are tasked in your time, doing your time when you not on my watch, right? Or doing your time when you see some shit going down. You're tasked to shut that shit down because you the one that see it. That's your task. Because when you see it, you're supposed to say, hold up. What in the bull? So somebody noticed that Rachel Dolezal was not a black woman. And they said, hold up. They reported her ass. And she made national news. If you seen it or not, this is a national story. Let's resume it.
It certainly, there were no medical witnesses to my birth.
It's one thing to embrace the questions as an academic matter.
Right.
It's another thing to just actually be honest and transparent about who you are.
Right. Well, I definitely am not white. Nothing about being white describes who I am. So what's the word for it? You know, I mean, the closest thing that I can come to is if you're black or white, I'm black. I'm more black than I am white.
Have you changed your physical appearance?
Yeah, well, definitely. I've experimented with my hair since living in Mississippi, really, and doing hair on the porch, you know, braiding.
Have you changed your skin color?
Some of those, well, I don't know necessarily if my skin color has changed. Depends on the season, right? So I have not taken any melanin.
Like the conversation of, can you be honest and transparent, just went over her head. She said, she's like, they said, have you changed your skin color in any way? She said, well, you know, that depends on the season. Like she gets that kind of a tan. It's outrageous. She said, they said, did she change her hair? She said, well, I've experimented. You know, I've experimented, you know. It's unbelievable. She's right there. She brings in the trans conversation, everything. It's with them, and you. It brings up the conversation about that man, son, Magic Johnson's son, who he basically is like, I'm more of a woman than the woman is, when that's a whole tall man. But anyway, let's go back to Rachel Dolezal. Look how she's so non-specific. You can't, like the whole honest and transparent conversation goes right out the window. That's not something that she can really understand. What are you trying to say? She's basically like, what? I'm like, I don't know. What are you saying? Like, you have to be really clear with her. Like, you can't really beat around anything with her. She said that there's no witnesses that these are her. What is she talking about? What does she want? What is she trying to say? That there was nobody really monitoring the conception of how she was conceived, and therefore we can't really say that those are her parents. Do you see how she's really being ridiculous? This is what they do. This was Rachel. She's straight up. She was keeping it. She was playing her role. This woman, I'll never forget her. I thought it was wow. And then I see it in other topics and conversations, like when we go through Kamala Harris. That was current. When you talk about Magic Johnson's son. Let's go back to Kamala. I'm sorry, Rachel, not Kamala. Well, I should bring up Kamala to just prove my point.
Shots or any of the Black Like Me, some of the previous experiments with transforming into a darker skinned person. I haven't had surgeries or anything like that. Some days, if I have spray on, like bronzer or whatever to get a glow, but other days I don't. And I think even the word disguise has been put out there and all that and it just sounds very like intentional and deceitful and structured. And I just want to feel beautiful. And this is how I feel beautiful.
Do you feel like a little bit under siege by all of this?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely. But I've really tried to kind of check that a bit and try to be present for my kids, my sister, and the movement, and really see what's best for that right now and make strategic decisions for that. But I am going to need to do a little regrouping and be able to really process all the implications now as I move forward.
One other note, Dolejal's 13-year-old son, Franklin, was watching our interview today and afterward asked to say something about his mother.
I've always felt the maximum proud of her. No matter what she does, I'm going to be proud of her. I always felt like she deserved more. She deserved to be worldwide known, but not like this. Not as a liar, deceiver. She should be known as a hero, a person that has done so much.
We have put an extended version of our interview with Rachel Dolezal on our web.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and then click on any.
So I was sharing that from their network. But the bottom line is they hear those words, but they don't embrace it. Like he said, she should be known worldwide. This Black kid that she calls her son, who says, she should be identified or recognized as a hero. A hero for what? You see how they talk, and they always are exaggerated with their delusion. But sometimes, I'm talking about topics that maybe haven't heard of before, and it might be because you're not from America or whatever, and it's like I've never heard of that person, and I didn't know she was national news. And that's okay. That's why we're having this discussion, because it has to be that this is because we wouldn't let it happen again if people were aware, right? So let's go here. I'm going to show you ABC's. Now that was NBC. I want to show you another video. so you can see more of why it was so crazy. So crazy.
Racial and transgender at all comparable? That's just one of the many questions igniting a social media firestorm over Rachel Dolezal. She may have resigned her post at the NAACP, but the discussion is far from over. And tonight, new information about her past has some accusing her of playing both race cards. Here's ABC's Steve Osunsami.
Well, I definitely am not white.
Tonight, the former chapter president of the NAACP, accused of pretending she's black for more than a decade, responding to NBC about these photos shared by her estranged family, where she's clearly blonde-haired and blue-eyed.
Nothing about being white describes who I am.
Born to two Caucasian parents, but over the years, she's changed the way she looks, and her story is igniting outrage, offense, and a national conversation on race and ethnicity. But she's firing back, saying she...
Are the concepts of transracial and transgender at all comparable? That's just one of the many questions igniting a social media firestorm over Rachel Dolezal. She may have resigned her post at the NAACP, but the discussion is far from over. And tonight, new information about her past has some accusing her of playing both race cards. Here's ABC's Steve Osunsami.
Well, I definitely am not white.
Tonight, the former chapter president of the NAACP, accused of pretending she's black for more than a decade, responding to NBC about these photos shared by her estranged family, where she's clearly blonde-haired and blue-eyed.
Nothing about being white describes who I am.
Rachel Dolezal was born to two Caucasian parents, but over the years, she's changed the way she looks, and her story is igniting outrage, offense, and a
Hey, One SP and Red Wings. I don't know why it's buffering like this. So crazy, right? You see that? Y'all see me well? I hate
national conversation on race and saying she identifies as black in an interview with MSNBC's Melissa Harris Perry.
I have really gone there with the experience in terms of being a mother of two black sons and really owning what it means to experience and live blackness.
Even as a white child growing up in Montana, she says she's identified as black, but was conditioned not to own it.
From a very young age, felt a spiritual, visceral, just very instinctual connection with black is beautiful.
She says as a child, she preferred to draw pictures of herself using a brown crayon instead of a peach one. But her parents tonight say that's not true.
This did not happen.
Not at that early age.
This is a fabrication because we were very in touch with our children as they were growing up. I was a stay-at-home mom. I was in touch with the teachers at school when she went to elementary school. This just simply didn't happen. She didn't ever draw herself as an African American.
They say she's as white as they are.
It's alarming that Rachel continues to make false statements and have no acknowledgement that she has been doing that, and it's become an issue.
The way she styles her hair, what some see as the tan in her skin, and her deep dive into black academia have many tonight suggesting she's an ethnic fraud. Here she is speaking at a civil rights rally.
Like Maya Angelou says, you know, through all of the struggle, through all of the pain, we still rise.
Are you a con artist?
I don't think so.
She walked away from the NAACP Monday, resigning from her leadership position in Spokane. Colleagues, co-workers, and many others in the black community are saying her explanations aren't enough.
Your actions speak much louder than your words. If you didn't want to be a liability to the cause, you would have came clean from the beginning. You would have told the truth from the beginning, and people would have accepted her.
The controversy blew up when she was caught on camera, unable to answer a simple question.
So I want to interject right here. They interviewed a black woman, and they said if she would have came forward with the truth, they would have accepted her. If that would have been the case of them accepting her, she would not have to change her identity in the first place. She wanted to be with black people. She wanted to advocate and identify as black. Thank you for being with me for over 30 minutes. And she clearly didn't pass. So because she didn't pass as a black woman, she decided to make some clear changes, get some black boys, and all kind of stuff, which Kamala didn't even do. Kamala married a white, I gotta go there with Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris married a white man with 2 white daughters, and they still say she black. And she got 2 white daughters. How that work? How does that work? Do y'all know that? No, they just want the black vote. They just want the black love. They want the black acceptance. But it's deceitful and it's a disguise. And if you was going to be so embracing and you was going to be so accepted, she wouldn't have done that. Obviously, the people are not that accepting. And that's what you see still today with Kamala. If it didn't matter if you are a different race and we are so accepting of it, then we don't have to identify what ethnic background you are if we love you as you are. If it's such a DEI, right? But black people say, no, we don't get the respect that we need. And, the world isn't that embracing. We need black leadership. We need somebody that is black, that can understand the plights that we go through. You understand? Not somebody that want to say, I get it. I read a book. I get it. And I am as much as you are. And the black person says, that ain't no black person. I'm telling you, this is a crazy story. This was a crazy story. This was a crazy story to me. Rachel Dolezal, she always talk crazy. And you could call her con artist. You can call her ethnic fraud, and she was not trying to hear it. It's the people that had to let her know, boo-boo, stop. She got her own parents. She said, I don't know if those are my parents. Can you believe her? No. She said, I don't know if those are my parents. She said that this birth certificate was a month and a half after I was born. Who said those are my parents? What? Did you hear what she says? The stuff that comes out of her mouth is unbelievable. An official on this piece said her mom seems cool about it. What? Cool about what? For her justice, Kamala has never identified herself as black. Caribbean and East Indian isn't black. This is what I know. This is what I know. It isn't black. She's not black. Never will be. What people need is the facts. What do they? Okay. Thank you. That's what I want. Let's resume.
Was she black or white?
Are you African American?
I don't understand the question of, I did tell you that, yes, that's my dad. And he was unable to come in January.
Are your parents, are they white?
She certainly has lived the Black experience doing graduate study at historically Black Howard University and teaching Africana studies at a college part-time, where she gave lectures about Black hair.
When it comes to hair, hair is for Black women much more than just an aesthetic, much more than just an accoutrement or an appearance or a style.
She's a talented artist, and much of her work centers on the struggles of people of color. Some of her pieces sell for over $10,000, paintings seen here in this video.
We don't have any gender diversity, age diversity, or ethnicity diversity. This is what we have. We have older white men on our currency. So what does that do to us as an image? It's part of our history. How does it affect us psychologically?
Her reputation for being down with the cause is what led Chantel Monsey to write a profile of Dolezal last February for her college paper. And some of the answers were rather surprising.
She did tell me that she was born in a teepee in Montana and that Jesus Christ was the witness on her birth certificate because she was not born in a hospital.
Tonight, she's having to explain this story too.
Yes, they were living in a teepee and were building the house when I was actually born.
Even more details her parents say aren't real.
She did not grow up in a teepee. It's become a pattern. It's become a habit for her, perhaps to misrepresent us as backward or something like that.
It's very concerning.
We're just hoping that the day comes when Rachel will face these personal issues she has with her identity and her integrity. And I believe that would be the beginning then of a new chapter in her life.
There was an ironic moment on her long road to Blackness. In a lawsuit filed in 2002 when she was then known as Rachel Moore and was a graduate student at Howard University, she accused the historically Black school of discriminating against her, claiming that the removal of her artwork was motivated by a discriminatory purpose to favor African American students. The lawsuit was dismissed. She now says she's transracial in the way some are transgendered, a comparison that many transgender activists say is ridiculous, explaining that their situation is not a choice.
That is not the reality of Rachel Dolezal. Her Blackness is a performance, and our transness is our identity. It's who we are. And we're quite often persecuted for living unapologetically in that truth.
Back home in Spokane tonight, civil rights workers Dolezal once led are saying she's still lying.
That's my concern. Don't lie. Tell the truth.
This morning, I was at the level of anger that I didn't even want this woman to even land back in Spokane and even step foot in our city, because I felt like she, not only did she single-handedly put a divide across the nation about race and gender and just all these things, all these conversations that have been had.
On MSNBC, she said she understands the anger, especially from Black women.
I would probably be enraged. I'd be like, what the, this person, how dare she? They don't know me.
She says she's lived the life and knows who she is, no matter what anyone else thinks. For Nightline, I'm Steve Osinsami in Atlanta.
That was it. That's how she was rolling. she said it's I gotta laugh because it's crazy to me. It's just crazy. But it doesn't stop. Like, we still haven't gotten away from craziness. And you might be like, well, why she keep I can't let it go. I mean, I don't let it go because I thought this was a wild story. I thought it was wild. It never made sense to me. And this was through the NAACP. Oh, let's look at this. I want you to see it. They're giving me a hard time playing with this. They better stop playing with me.
She done transition back white. She's white again.
The way I see it, being a good congressman
The commercials. It is what it is. The commercials. They got commercials. What can I do? What can I do? I'm showing you. I'm showing you official content. Anyway, I got to show you this. This is outrageous to me. It's just an outrageous story to me. I really think it is. Oh, wait a minute. I got to bring you to this. Hold on.
Billionaires trying to buy our election.
In 2015, the Black community in Spokane, Washington would be turned upside down. One of its activists and president of the local chapter of the NAACP had a big scandal. Now, this is also important because Rachel Dolezal was teaching at Eastern Washington University, and she had students. She was actually like running also the Black Student Union. She was very, very loved by the Black students in the Black community around the Spokane, Washington area. But unfortunately, this happened.
Well, let's fast forward to the day I found out that she was white. Okay, so I was on Twitter. I was chilling. I see her name is trending. Angel, why is my professor? Why is she trending? All the tweets I'm seeing are, she's white, Rachel Dolezal's parents out her as white, she's a white woman. And I'm like, what? Nah. And I run over to my roommate. I'm like, bro, you see Rachel is trending on Twitter? She's like, what? And we're reading the tweets and they're like, she's white. And I'm like, nah, I don't believe this. But then someone posts a childhood picture of her.
This was the ex-student that talked about it at that time. But you want to know who actually told on her the most?
What is your daughter's ethnicity?
Our daughter is primarily German and Czech.
She's white. Caucasian.
She's white.
A shocking revelation from the parents of Spokane NAACP President Rachel Dolezal.
Well, she's a blonde, blue-eyed, freckle-faced girl growing up.
But as you can see, that's clearly changed. Dolezal has reportedly told media outlets that she's part African-American and has biracial parents. Ruth Ann and Larry say that's far from true.
That's right. The parents came and basically hated on Rachel Dolezal. Now, if you guys don't know, Rachel lost everything. Okay, she was down bad. You know, she was trying to get a job. She's actually got on food stamps and welfare. She even got on to OnlyFans. Yeah, Dolezal started clapping it up. All right. And, you know, she was doing interviews, wrote a book, and, you know, that's pretty much what it was. Then she changed her name to Diallo, the Checky, and all of that. So, you know, all of that happened. Then she ended up moving to Arizona. Now, if you guys also didn't know, she also had married like a Black man. I believe she has one child that's like half Black, half white. And she's also adopted like 4 Black kids that she calls, you know, her sons and daughters and all of that. But Tariq Nasheed noticed something on her Twitter.
But Rachel Dolezal was the white woman who got outed portraying a Black woman years ago. It was very, very controversial. So she kept up the whole Black woman shtick for a long time. Have y'all seen new pictures of her? She done transitioned back white. Spokane, Washington. Yeah, so she done transitioned back white. She's white again. She done took out the braids. She done took off the bronzer. So she looks like a regular white woman now. Yeah, she looks like a regular white woman now. She's put up a whole bunch of pictures and she's back white again. So I guess the whole transracial persona, that no longer had any real value. I think her whole public identity as a, quote, Black woman, I think that revolved around really attention, book deals, interviews, controversy. And basically, I guess once the shock value faded, the public moved on. So the utility of her maintaining.
I'm Octavia, and I live in White Wolf Houses.
I'm Chris, businessman.
I was just saying, oh, the commercials. Fisher Winners piece said it's cool with me. It's cool with Revs, the Ravis Why does it seem like your name is so hard over something? I thought it was easier. Then after that, Larry Wills. What? Let me tell you something. It's cool with y'all, but it wasn't cool with her community. And they got her. They made her national news. She couldn't hide. She had to take the mask off. She was exposed and had to live in her reality. See, some people with mental illness, once you really make them, they can't hide certain things. It's hilarious.
And as we know, the culture climate has shifted. So, when she first did it, social media wasn't as popping. It was popping, but not popping. So right now, Black identity is so heavily gatekept and protected. That's like your persona non grata doing that. We're protecting the hell out of Black identity. The foundational Black American Renaissance movement is in full swing right now. So we ain't even letting real melanated people get away with unchecked Blackness. We damn sure ain't letting the white people do it.
So Rachel Dolezal is going back to white. Now, by the way, I have noticed that she's still on OnlyFans, so in case you want to go and support her. But also, Rachel Dolezal is like an excellent artist, right? And that's what, like I said, her parents were pointing out that she can basically become whatever she wants. But now, let's look at this particular photo, how it started in 1977, how it's going in 2025, 48 years. Now, this post went extremely viral, 11 million views on X. And so basically people started to comment, Erica, oh, are you white again? The guy Surf goes, you look a lot better white. So, man, she does, look white again, at least in this photo. Now, I have seen some of the other photos. Some of them do look, like she is, looking Caucasian. Not all of them, but definitely she's starting to lean into, that sort of look, right? If you can get my drift, all right? And then people started making content about it.
You don't like being really Black, right? Because when it gets bad, when the presidency gets bad, when the conservatives start acting a fool, when you actually start having to deal with racism and dealing with those dynamics of growing up in a racist family, but acting like a nigga, not really one of the. When you deal with that, it becomes an issue. So you have to go back to your whiteness.
People are saying things like Tariq, it's not easier for her to come in and just claim the race as she used to be. And then other people are saying, well, because she's conservative, because the conservatives are coming out, she's going to be white. I think the real thing is, I think Tariq has a strong point, and the other brother does too. The reality is that you really can't be a part of either community. All right. That's just pretty much what it is. If Rachel Dolezal would have said, listen, I'm a white woman. I identify with the Black struggle. I feel like I'm Black, but I'm white. I think all of the things that she wanted to do in her life would have been okay. But the reality is that she can't get anything by being Black. That's out. And she definitely can't get anything being white. That's out. So if you can't benefit off the Black struggle, you might as well just be white, end of the day, because neither one of them are taking anywhere. She's been basically ostracized from all of it. And people want to say, well, she's doing this because, like I said, how the conservatives are coming now, white folks are going back to where it's safe. Rachel Dolezal, if you look at her posts, if you look at what she's identifying with, everything is still very Black. Look at this right here. Love my little sis. This is her taking pictures with a Black chick. And she has, I don't know if you want to call it, that's her hair. It looks like it is. This weather in AZ is so perfect and everybody's outside. That's her again. So when I see her, she's still going around trying to be around the Black community as much as possible. She loves Black men. She's not going to start dating white men now. She's been, dating Black men all her life. She has a Black, friend base, Black children, Black adopted kids. She's not going anywhere. And let me just say this. when these racists are coming out here with what they're saying, here's the thing that you have to understand. White women or white people who are like married to blacks, as this movement keeps growing, these people are not going to have any recourse. Okay. They're going to be, done. So she can't go back, over there and say, hey, I'm back home, Nick Fuentes. No. I mean, in theory, Rachel Dolezal still has, amongst the blacks that like her, more acceptance amongst them, because black people are more forgiving than whites. She just can't build a platform off of blacks anymore like she could before. Like,
headlines are always talking about the Fed. The Fed raised rates. The Fed cut rates. The Fed is fighting inflation. Most people don't interact directly with the Fed. That is,
teaching African-American studies. I believe she got into Howard University, and she even admitted that the reason why she had tried to sue them because they wouldn't let her in because she was white, things like that. So she just can't build a career off the black community. But functionally, being Rachel Dolezal amongst most blacks in the neighborhood, they wouldn't really trip off her like that. Black dudes are still holler at her. Black dudes are still holler, things like that. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see her trying that particular look. And another reason why I think that she did this is she knew that.
Let me come in on this statement right here. So Red Wing says, color means that we tell the truth about things. Example, if I got robbed by a white man, should I tell the cops his color don't matter? That's interesting, because when you call the cops in New York City, they ask you right away, can you give me a description of the person? Are they Hispanic, non-white, black, non-Hispanic, white? What is the person? And depending on what you say is depending on how fast they're gonna come out. It's just the reality. But we don't gotta talk about Rachel Dolezal anymore. You get the point. Now, this is another topic that we must talk on, because the reality is that there's a lot of things going on that I just feel like people are not talking about. And we can go back to Kamala, because Kamala was talking about, I got to talk about this because I thought this was a crazy story, and I don't think people care. And I think that's because it's Haiti. Because I feel like the whole idea of what they was into is outrageous. And if you cared about people, you would say, this is a crazy story. Let's go.
Miller, we want to warn you that this next story contains details that are rather disturbing and may not be appropriate for young audiences. 2 Texas men have been charged in connection with allegedly plotting to invade a Haitian island, murdering the men there, using the women and children as sex slaves. Authorities say that the 2 were also planning to recruit people experiencing homelessness here in the district to help them with their plot. And there's also an alleged connection to Joint Base Andrews right here at home. John Duran has been looking over all of these court documents all day long. John, no doubt some very wild and rather disturbing allegations there.
Yes, serious allegations, Larry. 21-year-old Gavin Weisenberg and 20-year-old Tanner Thomas are facing federal charges, including conspiracy to murder, maim, or kidnap in a foreign country. If convicted, that carries a sentence up to life in prison. The U.S. Attorney's Office out of Texas's Eastern District says over the course of about a year, Tanner Thomas and Gavin Weisenberg plan to invade Gonave Island, a territory of the Republic of Haiti. Court documents filed Thursday show Thomas and Weisenberg allegedly plan to take the island by force, murder all the men on the island, which has a population of about 87,000 people, and carry out their rape fantasies by turning the remaining women and children into sex slaves. Investigators say the 2 plan to buy a sailboat to travel from the United States to Gonave Island. They also plan to purchase military-style rifles to use in their coup. According to court documents, in January of this year, Thomas enlisted in the Air Force to gain military training to help carry out the attack. Officials say in February 2025, while in basic training, Thomas had himself reassigned from Ramstein Air Base in Germany to Joint Base Andrews here in Prince George's County. Court documents say he did this to be closer to D.C., so he could allegedly recruit people experiencing homelessness to be part of their plot. In August 2024, Weisenberg allegedly enrolled in the North Texas Fire Academy to get trained in command and control protocols. Court documents show Weisenberg failed out of the academy in February 2025. Afterwards, Weisenberg allegedly traveled to Thailand to enroll in sailing school, but didn't follow through with it because the training was too expensive. Investigators say the two suspects also studied Haitian Creole to help facilitate their armed coup plot. On top of those allegations, federal prosecutors allege at some point during their plan to overthrow Ganab Island, Thomas and Weisenberg also coerced a minor to be in a child pornography that they filmed. They face 15 to 30 years in prison if convicted of that offense, Larry.
All right. Of course, we will wait and see how things progress through the legal system. John Duran, we appreciate the information. Thank you so much.
That's a crazy story. And nobody cares. Nobody cares about that. That someone actually was plotting and planning to do such craziness. It doesn't make sense. It's like people really are out of their minds. Do you understand? They're dangerous. They come up with these weird things. They plot, they plan. They really have done stuff that makes sense to them. And again, it's what makes sense to them. And I wanted to talk about it. Now, yes, I mentioned two people. I mentioned Kamala and I mentioned Magic Johnson's son. Because Magic Johnson's son identifies as a woman. It says, or it just says it attracts straight men. Like, so he dresses like a female, says that he only attracts straight men and it just doesn't it just makes me laugh because he's such a tall, I just don't think he passes, but it's just interesting to me. And his name, what is his name? I don't know. It's just, I said, are you sure? Like, it's just so ridiculous to me. Wait, I gotta show you because Dolezal is not the only one. I hear so many Christians say they saw Jesus. Okay, if I put an APB for Jesus, who do you look for? The Red Wings love talk about this. Yes. Let's stay on topic with the man. What do you think? I need you to see video of him though. If you're not going to show me the video, I can't show the video. I don't want just a discussion. I need you to show. Actually, I want him to speak for himself. Because he feels like, oh man, he feels like, he's doing it well. So, it's like Rachel, they really believe that people see them as they see themselves. So, Let's see what he says.
And this is how it got better. I was born and raised in Beverly Hills, California. And then I grew up with my parents and my brother and my sister. We obviously went to a lot of Laker games as a kid, and I got a little bit of like the Hollywood life. We went to like a lot of movie premieres. At the same time, we spent a lot of time together. So I kind of had like a balance, like a little bit of like the glitz and the glam, but at the same time, like it was still much very down to earth. I guess I was aware that I was always different. You know, like I always kind of like gravitated towards playing with like Barbies and make believe. Like I was always like, you know, some queen or some princess. And so like, I guess like even, you know, from like the earliest times, like I never kind of fit in, you know, as far as I can remember. It was a lot of confused looks from like other kids and like other parents. So it was kind of like, you know, what to do. It was more, you know, why I can't like these things, or like why is it taboo to kind of like want to play with these things. My talents always usually were like in the creative and the arts. I went to theater camp when I was in like when I was like a freshman in high school, and like that's kind of when I met like other gay kids for like the first time. Kids who were just like free and like didn't care and were like, you know, running around wearing whatever, doing whatever, celebrating themselves. It was incredible. It was very kind of like, you know, you can do this. I think I had my first kiss somewhere in there that summer. So yeah, it was free. It was fabulous. It was amazing. I was a sophomore in high school when we was talking about Prop 8 and gay marriage and all of that struggle. I remember we also used to have a lot of little debates in class and stuff like that. You know, your classmates, you know, like I'm all for like, you know, gay rights and like gay people being, you know, allowing to like be themselves, but like gay marriage is just like not okay. And then you're kind of like, well, you know, excuse me, like they're not really sensitive to the fact that like you could be gay, or like someone else could, or like, you know, someone, you know, could really feel strongly about the issue. So there was a lot of that kind of like back and forth. The few kids who were out that I knew, like once you said it, no one cared. But like when you didn't, when you were trying to be like in the closet or incognito or whatever, then it was a conversation to be had. Then it was like, well, is he or isn't he? Well, I saw this, that he touched this boy's leg in class. Like this, he was staring at his crotch at PE yesterday. So like, what's going on? It was almost like a huge deal. Like everyone's trying to figure you out. Everyone's talking about you, like blah, blah, blah. But once you actually just like say it and you're proud and fine with it and, you know, let everyone know, then everyone will go and talk about something else because it's no longer a conversation piece. I would say right after coming out, I think things were kind of
I hope you wasn't hearing that as an echo, but I feel like they're trying to go on a commercial. That's giving you a sense of EJ. So EJ says that he only draws.
You're watching Ticket TV live streams. Like, share, and subscribe.
He only draws straight men. And that it was something that people was like, what is EJ thinking? And that was so funny to me. Okay, so it's EJ. And I don't think anybody questions if he's straight or not. I just don't know. You know, he had an interview. I don't know. Did they take it down? Yeah, this is the interview. And the people are like, stop. They said that he's so delusional. So sad. Yeah, but EJ wants to put it out on the forefront. This is the issue. You know what I'm saying? Where is, so I don't have it. So where is the actual interview of him? He had an interview. And he said, you know, I really don't attract gay men. I only attract straight men. And people thought that was not okay, that he is under that impression. They said, if a man is interested in him, he is not straight. Because we don't think that he passes, but maybe we know that he is Magic Johnson's son, and a person that doesn't know may think that he's a woman. I don't know. I don't know.
June, that I was like, we're not doing he, we're not doing man, we're not doing gay. Like, and it was very freeing. And also it just was, it just was like, I wasn't like, I'm not, and it's very important, I think too, when you're, and I hate the term coming out, but I think when you're telling people about who you are telling them. I'm not looking for acceptance. I'm not looking for your validation. I am telling you what's going down.
Breaking news! Carlos King.
Carlos King.
Your boy going viral again.
The godfather of reality television. Carlos King.
Hey, Raindrops. Thank you all.
I'm amazing.
You look amazing.
Yeah, it's a great way to start the new year. I'm so excited.
Yes. Yeah. So listen, we're in New York City, which is I'm hearing is like your new playground.
Well, it's my new home. I live here now. So I'm back. I was here. I went to school here, but like my heart's here. Like I have never had a love affair with LA. That's just the place I'm from. But like me and New York have a relationship. We just broke up and then we got back together. Yeah. We both had to grow and like do our own things, but like now we're back. But like New York's like my man. Like, we had to get back together.
Okay. All right. And now is it a monogamous relationship in New York City? You're not
No. I think like we're kind of like all over the place because I also love Europe. I adore Paris and I'm sure at some point I'll live there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But right now you're just like
right now I'm very happy to be here. And plus I'm only like 6 hours from Paris or London or wherever. So I'm good.
Good. Listen, I am so thrilled to talk to you because number one, listen, you don't do, I feel like eating interviews.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I mean, I was doing a lot of growing like in this time, but I was like, I think it's very important. I think especially for people who have like lengthy careers and they change and stuff, like it's very important to have some time to yourself. And so like, it's exciting for me to like get back out there as like the highest version of myself. And like, it's just been an exciting journey just in the past couple of months. And so like, I'm excited to have this like first interview and then like excited for some more after this.
So is 2026 about to be like the comeback of EJ Johnson?
Yeah, this is like the emergence of like Miss Thing. You know what I'm saying? Like she's back. But you know what? I will say that like EJ never really fully arrived until now. And I thought about that a great deal. In anticipation of this interview, but I was like, because I knew you were going to probably ask something like that. But to be honest, like EJ is fully here. Like I think before I was so young at that time, at the time of, being on E and all of that, when that first spotlight hit, I mean, I was like 20, like, I had a lot of self-work to do. And now after doing all of that and like, taking my time to really just fall in love with myself, I'm like, oh, with everything, the balances are zeroed out. We're checking all the boxes and like I'm fully here.
Yes, and I could tell that again, especially during our earlier conversations via Zoom, and I knew it was like the right time to have this conversation with you because I do feel like when it comes to you, which I give you so much props on, seriously, you still have this level of anonymity when it comes to. There's a lot of people, although, you had a reality show, you were on it for so many years, you still kept your private life fundamentally private. And there are just things about you that I feel like you always protected. And that's good because, listen, when it comes to the offspring of celebrity parents, you know this. You see some of the unfortunate things that occur with them, but I always felt like with you, you always did your best to make sure, to sort of protect your identity and really not just be out there for the sake of being out there.
Yeah, that never really interested me, to be honest. And like, honestly, like even when I was on camera, like I would fight the producers whenever they would push something on me that I didn't want to do or wasn't me. And they were like, oh, well, it doesn't matter that's not you, because somebody in the middle of the in the middle of the country or somewhere randomly will get it. And I'm like, no, but I'm not doing it because I wouldn't do that. Like, this has nothing to do with some random person somewhere that's not here who's supposed to be laughing or understanding what you're asking me to do. That was never, I always had like a pretty strong sense of self and things that I knew I liked, that I wanted to portray, and like things I didn't. But, to be honest, it's like so much has changed even, since then. And like, even seeing these celebrities like cry and on, Instagram lives or, just like put so much personal business out there. And then they want to get mad when everyone's in their business and commenting on everything they're doing. And I'm like, but you let them in. And so I always keep a boundary. And like, there's nothing more, honey, in my life right now than the boundaries that are the most powerful. I don't care who you are. You have to keep your distance. If I don't know you like that, if we don't have some kind of a real fundamental relationship, you're over there. Like, I don't play that.
Good for you. It took me to be my 40s to get there. So kudos to you for already figuring that out.
I mean, it just like, I think I just like learned through experience, to be honest. Like, I had a lot of friends who I thought were my friends, over the past couple of years who had to go because they just like, so did not have the, the best intentions for me, not pure, totally wanted their hooks in. And like, I had to wake up and I had to get to work, and I just been like, okay, all of you have just got to go. Like, I'm not even playing. Like, I'm not even like, oh, maybe no, you gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah. I really want to go back a little bit because I want this interview to be just about you.
Yes.
Dude,
what else is there to talk about?
Yes, because I really just feel like when it comes to you, there's a lot of people who just don't know much about you. So I would love to spend this hour, with that intention.
Absolutely.
So who was E.J. Johnson growing up? California, obviously your father is Magic Johnson, your mother is the beautiful Cookie, but like, you're the oldest. Who were you growing up in that world as a young boy?
Honestly, like it was very difficult. And, I talk about a lot about this, like with other people, growing up, in all the bougie, elite schools that I went to, and like all of the children that I went to school with in LA were, industry elite. So everyone somebody's parent was always doing something, even if they just had money for the sake of having money. But it's very difficult to be born in someone's shadow. It really is. And like, no one talks about that right now. It's like, oh, like, the industry is glamorizing, the Nepo babies. But at the same time, demonizing it too, because then everyone is mad that like, they think that we all have like a leg up or something. But honestly, like, it is very difficult to come into the world, and what you want doesn't really matter because it really only matters what plays well for whoever the spotlight is on. Yeah. And that was very difficult to navigate as a child. And even as a young adult, honestly, it was weird. It definitely took a lot of time to just like find myself and all of that. And then just be like, hey, like, your spotlight is over here and mine is over here. And like, the only thing I have to do in this lifetime is focus and nurture me and what's going on over here. And you do that over there. But yeah, like that was a lot for the child. But like, like I was always just running around, prancing around in skirts and doing the most, as a kid. And like, I think I found a lot of, even at those young ages, I found a lot of security just like hanging out with myself, because like it was just like a very, awkward coming into my own and trying to find myself in the world that kind of like told me that like I wasn't allowed to like exist the way that I wanted to exist. So I gained a lot of self-confidence just like playing by myself, because like that's where I felt safest. And it ended up, ultimately like being one of my greatest attributes, because like now it's like I'm like this with myself, and like, no, I'm unmovable, unshakable, invincible. You cannot upset me or do anything, externally, because I'm 100% right here.
And that's wonderful. That's what matters. But EJ is a person that has a mother and a father. And people always try to say when there's an issue that's disturbing to them, where's the father? And his father was right there. And he said that he was a cross-dresser as a child. Nobody was stopping him. He's a celebrity kid. And it seems like a lot of celebrity kids are not giving any kind of oversight or demand to be interested in gender roles. Like all of the celebrity kids seem to have an issue when it comes to gender roles. And he's not the only child that has an issue. I mean, we have a lot of celebrity parents that have children that don't identify with the gender that they were born as. They said it never was them. And, that is how they have decided everything is. And I think that that's something that person should note, because they have their parents, they have the mother and the father, and they have all the money in the world to do whatever, and they choose to be what they choose to be outside of the norm. And that's something that they choose, and they don't feel any kind of way about it. Now let's talk about Kamala.
Baker. First off, I want to say I did not want to make this video, at least not yet. You see, I already made a family tree video about Kamala Harris 4 years ago, and although it could definitely use an update, I wanted to wait until after the election results to perhaps redo it. However, recently there's been a string of videos put out by Candace Owens that have been getting millions of views. In them, she insinuates a bunch of things about Kamala Harris's family tree that, quite frankly, are not true. But people are believing Owens and starting to repeat her claims as if they are fact. So, since Useful Charts is one of the main channels here on YouTube that talks about family trees, I felt that it was sort of my responsibility to weigh in. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go through Kamala Harris's full tree right now. I'll still do that later this year if she wins. But for now, I want to focus on her father's side of the tree and answer the question, is Kamala Harris Black? The renewed interest in Harris's tree started with a statement made by Janet Jackson during a recent interview. When asked about Kamala Harris, Jackson said, and I quote, "She's not Black. That's what I heard. Her father's white. I was told that they discovered her father was white." Now, first off, it's obvious that Janet Jackson has never seen a photo of Donald Harris, Kamala Harris's father, because there's no way that anyone would call this man straight up white. Here's some more photos of him at various points in his life. I mean, you could perhaps claim that he looks mixed race or maybe part white, but I don't think anyone in their right mind would say that the person you're looking at on screen right now is a white man. So, rightly so, the media jumped all over Jackson's comments. But for some reason, Candace Owens decided to defend Jackson by doing a deep dive into Donald Harris's genealogy. So let's take a look. First off, like I say, it's quite obvious that Kamala's father is a Black man. Maybe not 100% Black, but definitely Black enough that that's how he's going to be perceived as he goes through life. Remember, race is just a social construct.
I think that's excellent how he said it. And I think that that's a fact. I think the fact is he will be perceived as a Black man. When a person looks at him, they see Black, just like they do with Obama. They're not thinking about your mixes and whatever. They see Black. You have features and an appearance of Black. You're perceived to be Black. And when I look at Kamala, I see an Indian woman. I don't see a Black woman. I see somebody that appears to be of Indian descent. And I see her as an Indian woman more than I see her as a Black woman. I don't see her as a Black woman. And because I don't see her as that, I look into her background and I see she's mixed. She's mixed. And we can continue. You see for yourself.
What's actually more important is racialization, meaning how society perceives you and treats you based on how you look. So, for example, Frederick Douglass, Booker T. Washington, and Bob Marley all had white fathers, but all three of them were considered Black, never white. Okay, let me introduce you to Donald Harris's parents. According to Donald himself, his father was Oscar Joseph Harris, and his mother was Beryl Christie Finnegan. However, in his article, Reflections of a Jamaican Father, Donald states that the two most influential women in his life were his two grandmothers, Christiana Brown and Iris Finnegan. Now, it's unclear whether or not he was actually raised by these two grandmothers, but that certainly seems like a possibility because, as Candace Owen points out, there is no record of a marriage between Oscar and Beryl. However, there is a record of a marriage between Oscar and a white woman named Vioris Cambridge when Donald was 14, as well as a marriage between Beryl and a man named Lawford Newland when Donald was 6. So either Oscar and Beryl divorced very early on in Donald's life, or they were simply never married at all. Now, the first mistake that Candace Owens makes is that she claims that Beryl died in 1960, based on this death registration here. If true, she says, that would mean that Kamala Harris is lying about this photo, which shows her with her grandmother Beryl in 1990. But here's the thing. Harris's grandmother didn't die in 1960. She died in 1995. This is the correct death registration. We know that this one is the correct one for several reasons. First and foremost is the fact that the Beryl on this registration is named Beryl Finnegan, which was the grandmother's last name, whereas the Beryl on this one is named Beryl Christie. Now, the reason why Candace got confused is because Harris's grandmother Beryl had Christie as a middle name. But the form asks for the full name. I think it's very unlikely that they would put the first and middle name rather than the first and last name. Also, this Beryl died in 1960 at the age of 39, meaning that she was born in 1921, whereas this Beryl died in 1995 at the age of 81, meaning that she was born in 1914. That's a pretty big difference that can be settled very easily by looking at Grandma Beryl's birth certificate. Even Candace Owen admits that this is the correct birth certificate for Grandma Beryl. At first glance, it seems to indicate that the birth was in 1917, but that 7 could also be a 4, which would make it 1914, fitting perfectly with what we'd expect based on the correct death certificate. But there's more. Candace makes a big deal over this name here, Douglas Finnegan, the person who reported the death. She says, we don't know of any Douglas Finnegan in the family. Well, that may be, but her last name was in fact Finnegan. So it's not hard to imagine that there was some nephew or cousin out there named Douglas Finnegan, who was in charge of reporting the death. In contrast, this one lists Muriel Murray. We don't know of any family members with the last name Murray. So that one makes even less sense. Finally, there's the fact that this Beryl died in St. Anne Parish, which is where Grandma Beryl was known to have lived her entire life, whereas this one has her being born in St. Anne, but dying in Kingston. Now, the second mistake that Candace Owen makes is that she claims, or at least strongly insinuates, that Donald Harris's real mother is actually Vioris Cambridge, and that the woman in this photo is just the help that Kamala was passing off as her grandmother in order to seem more Black. This is where things start to get really ridiculous, because Vioris was born in 1927 and Donald in 1938. So are we to believe that Vioris had Donald when she was only 11? Oh, wait, I get it. She wants to see Donald Harris's birth certificate, because obviously he's lying. Gee, that sounds familiar. What I think is really going on is that Candace Owens is just throwing out a bunch of crazy stuff because she knows that people who want a reason to hate Kamala Harris will believe it. But that's just plain irresponsible, to put it lightly. Look, I take family trees seriously, so let me show you what I've learned and what I think the best explanation is for all the facts. Let's start with Joseph Alexander Harris, Oscar Harris's father. He's the most recent fully white person on Kamala Harris's family tree. So out of her 8 great-grandparents in total, only one of them was white. That's actually about average for Black people from the Americas. Then there's Oscar Harris's mother, Christiana Brown. She's the one that Donald Harris said was a descendant of Hamilton Brown, the Irish slave owner. But she's obviously mixed race, so what this means is that a white slaver probably impregnated an enslaved Black woman at some point, or at best.
This is another reality for Black enslaved people that mix with their enslaver, and out of sex that was unprotected, they had a mixed race child. Now, the issue I have when it comes to Kamala is to not identify her as a mixed race. They want to just say Black, when I don't think that that's being inclusive enough when she's mixed race. And I don't find it beneficial for us not to allow people to accept and embrace their complete and entire family. If you're mixed race, you're mixed race. If you're, trans, it's so much going on in some people's homes. But tell me if you wanted to see more of this, and I'll come in and I'll speak. Tell me if you want to see more, but I'll tell you this. This is what I'll say. What I'll say is that when it comes to the conversation of, unprotected condoms were not invented until 1920. When it comes, they always had a pull-out game, right? Whatever. The bottom line is, you're definitely going to get pregnant with unprotected intercourse, sexual intercourse. And we have to be clear on that, because some people, they don't have a conversation about sex in a way of keeping sperm from entering the vagina, like as if they don't know how babies are created. And I think that some children or some people are not aware, because they are doing something that their family wasn't expecting them to do at the age that they decided to do it. And there was no conversation about it and before time, you know what I'm saying? Because they didn't feel that there was a need to have the conversation at the age that their child started experimenting sexually. So, and then you come with someone taking advantage of them and doing something against their will. That's another issue as well. They don't have the conversation about inappropriate touch, people violating their space, what is private parts, what parts shouldn't be touched, by strangers, whatever the case. But the bottom line is a lot of people, they are so how would I say it? I would say that they leave room for confusion, like a Jerry Springer episode, where they take a man that they feel by their calendar that this man should be the child's biological father, but that they did sleep with different men, and the window that you had to get for conception of the child is not really something they have a good grasp of. And that's not healthy, and it's not good. And therefore you can't really get a good family tree because you're doing things in a chaotic way. You're having multiple sex partners, you're not being responsible sexually, and now you don't even have a real grasp of who the biological father of the child is. It's just it's just irresponsible. And people that can be responsible get further, pulling out is still unprotected. Yes, you can get sexually transmitted diseases or anything. And then you also have the conversation about pre-cum, right? So they can pre-ejaculate. It's just so many things. You can get pregnant from pre-ejaculation. It's just no safe way. That's why people encourage and ask you to consider having sexual intercourse with a partner that you have married. So you don't have to have a lot of confusion, and you can have a nice, clear family tree. But if people don't do family trees, no one cares, right? Did y'all want to see more? I think y'all want to see more of that family tree. Let's go back.
It means that a descendant of a white slaver married a descendant of an enslaved black woman. Either way, Christiana Brown had ancestors on both sides of the equation, and therefore it's extremely misleading to call her offspring the descendants of a slave-owning family without telling the full story. According to Donald Harris, Christiana Brown ran a dry goods store in a small town, so it's not like she was super wealthy or anything. I'm also not sure whether or not Christiana Brown was ever married to Joseph Harris. I'm still looking into it, but it appears that Joseph Harris had a white wife named Caroline Beckford, which means that
Pause. No, you cannot. You're a married man. What are you talking about, Red Wings? The person you should be able to get your rocks off with is your wife. What is going on in the conversation? Why are y'all trolling? Why are y'all trolling? Why would you even have to consider? You're married. You have a whole wife. That's what you have. Are you not with her no more? What is her purpose? I'm talking about history. History of what? They say, what does the Bible say? The Bible says, so you won't burn and sin, get married. Don't that say that? You just talking about the Bible and Jesus. They say, get yourself married. Get yourself a woman. Your own woman. Y'all so ridiculous. You'll keep messing around. I'm not going to open up are y'all even going to come up on panel? Y'all are just doing the most. I just don't know about you guys. Let's see and listen. One is Pete got my video taken off. He did. He got my video taken off. Y'all want to come up on panel? There's the link. You can feel free to come up on panel. Come on up. A lot of y'all don't come up. Y'all don't be coming up. But I can't say I didn't let y'all have the opportunity to come up. Come up. Don't come on stream. Don't. I'm not asking you to ejaculate. Let's not be fresh. I don't want you to get the wrong impression of what I'm saying because I said the word come. If you would like to join the panel and talk to me about any of these topics, or if it's something that I talked about struck a conversation that you wanted to have, you can feel free to join the panel by hitting that right there. He said, Lefty, go for it. One is so ridiculous. He's my number one troll. It's like he never wants to not get that trophy. Every year, hands down, it's official 1SP. And he has a lot of subscribers. I don't know why he likes to troll over here, though. But I don't see anybody in here yet. Let me see. What do I have? What's my numbers? Y'all been with me for over an hour and a half. Thank you so much. I can give y'all 30 minutes to talk. Come on up. Do y'all want the call-in number? I have a call-in number. Would you prefer to talk to me on the phone? Then I would have to get my phone. Tell me if you would prefer to talk to me on the phone, and I could do a call-in. I could do a call-in. I got a number. Let me know. I don't know why I don't know that number offhand. I know I got one. You say you want me to get it out. I'll look for it. I feel like I could get it, but I'll have to get my phone. I could get that number and I'll put it up. Because I know I don't have it in here right now. My calling. So you can call in if you don't want to join the panel. You don't have to, everybody don't have to come at once. I just love it how I don't have y'all. At least y'all was giving me engagement. I appreciate everyone's engagement. That's the comments. But you can come join me on the panel. That is the link. Click that StreamYard link and come up on here. You know, I would have liked to see Bronsberg or Exile or Chrissy, even Camera Action Bureau or Culture Invasion Podcast. I'm out here, and no one has come to go in here. Okay, my troll has come. Okay, let me put it. Why is now? Hold on, let's see. Why is it not showing?
Hello.
Welcome in, official 1SP. How are you today?
Hello. I'm here.
What would you like to add to the conversation? Would you like to add anything?
Well, I gotta say, I gotta give the host a round of applause. You did a phenomenal job. You really enlightened me a lot.
Oh yeah.
First of all, I didn't even know that they call Magic Johnson's son EJ.
That's his name.
Yes, I didn't. Well, you say that the guy identifies as a girl, so I'm saying her right now. I'm saying her, she. I don't want to get canceled again on here, so I'm gonna pronounce it.
Canceled on here in the
by
first
the right pronouns. I'm gonna use the right pronouns.
I don't know the pronouns EJ uses.
Yes. But I think EJ is a very. At first, I thought EJ was delusional, but then I see after like being on Carlos King, podcasts, I see that EJ is very, 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 I guess, okay for a celebrity kid. I guess. I mean, just like a regular celebrity kid to me. I don't see anything wrong with him
It's not
changing.
uncommon. It's not uncommon for a celebrity kid, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, look how
I
many
was like,
celebrity
he
kids are
sound
doing
like a
exactly what he's doing.
yeah, he sound like a regular celebrity kid. There's nothing wrong with him. I thought he was delusional, but I'm like, oh, this is a regular celebrity kid. Oh, yeah, it sound like a normal. It sound like The Rock's daughter, right? Yeah, a regular celebrity kid.
I mean, Will Smith's son, he
Yeah,
goes to fashion shows wearing skirts. He doesn't feel that he has any kind of limits to dressing standards because they're not raised to feel like they are boxed in. They're not boxed in.
yeah.
They
So
have no category that they have to check.
yeah, but I know that Magic knew better. He's always smiling. He's always smiling. I was like, yeah, I think Magic is weirder than EJ. I think Magic is weirder. There's no reason
Why
this
is
guy.
that though? But why do you feel he's weirder? I mean, I didn't know that you felt EJ was weird. I thought you said he's
Well, at the beginning, I did. When you said that, he thinks that straight men are attracted to him. I'm like, they're not straight if they're attracted to you, buddy. Unless you're not identifying as anything, it's pure darkness. If it's like darkness and they touching and stuff, maybe you may trick somebody if they're drunk, but like undrunken man that's straight, no, I don't see it happen. Maybe a white guy probably told him that he was straight and everything. I don't know how he came to that conclusion, but yeah. But I think Magic is weirder. That's the weird part. That right there, that sin right there is weird. But I think Magic is weirder because Magic is always smiling. Like he's always smiling. I never see him not smile.
But what does smiling have to do with being weird? Like
Even when he's like get caught randomly on like TMZ and they're like in like some neighbor's like tree or something, he's still smiling. I'm like, what? How is he smiling? Why is this guy always smiling? Magic is always smiling. I never see him not smiling. His whole life.
That's a
When
problem.
he came clean about HIV, he was smiling. Like this guy's always smiling.
And that makes
Everybody that's bad, he's smiling. I'm like, he's always smiling.
I think when I think of somebody that's weird, I feel is Rodman. Like Dennis Rodman comes off weird to me.
Dennis Rodman.
But Magic Johnson, he's like a businessman. He has several franchises that are very successful, and
But he's always smiling.
person. So just
He's
because
always-
he's smiling, but my mayor Zoran Mandami is always smiling. So do
He
you
wasn't smiling when he was rapping.
he what?
He wasn't smiling when he was rapping.
When he was
He wasn't smiling then. No. Look at every picture of Magic Johnson. Look at every picture of Magic Johnson. I guarantee you, Magic is always smiling. There's not one picture or one video, one clip of him not smiling. He's always smiling. Something is wrong with him. Maybe he got like that thing where LL Cool J lick his lips. Instead, Magic smiles. Like it just happens. He can't control it. Magic smiles, LL licks his lips.
I want everyone to know that One is P is not the only one that can be on the panel. You can join it too, so feel free to come and join us. We can have a good discussion, guys. Come up, join us.
No, they think that we're cool. They think that we're cool.
What do you mean? What do you mean they think that we're cool? They can come. I want them to know
They
that
think that we're cool. They think that we're cool.
they can
But-
be with us. It doesn't have to be just you. I want them to know that.
I
Sometimes
really
people might not know. They might be really
I really wanted the Mirrors of Sisterhood to show up today. I really wanted it bad. I wanted it bad. I wanted the Mirrors of Sisterhood to come on today. I'm calling people.
Let them know what's the Mirrors of Sisterhood.
I really want to see the Mirrors of Sisterhood today.
Explain
I guess they had like a 2-year run and like threw in the towel without telling anybody. They had like a 2-year run through in the towel. The Mirrors of Sisterhood was pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool.
And tell us about it. What is that? What's the Mirrors of Sisterhood? Like, how could a person watch it? Like, you're not telling them something that they could even see on
it's
YouTube.
on TikTok. It's on TikTok. But it don't come on live. I don't think they save any clips for it. I think it just come on live and then they like end it. Like everybody, Guy Nollywood and Catherine with Friends and Deborah Catch It by Faith and Eyes of Art. They just get rid of it like after they do it. But yeah, it used to come on Thursdays at 9:00 Eastern. It used to come on Thursdays, 9:00 Eastern. I used to love being in there. They have guests there. A lot of guests. They have like Finest Wine. He's one that I seen there one time. They had was it Grinder? Grinder was there. They have a bunch of people that you could probably name. The list goes.
I think Grindr over here on this platform is called the Underrated Darkness. So they have the Underrated Darkness on TikTok. He has the name as Grindr.
Yeah, but it's like underrated with like one R or something. He's like, I couldn't afford the R word. Well, he said something. He said something about black. He said something about like not being able to have another R. Like I don't know. He said something about it. I don't know. I forgot it. But he has a great YouTube channel. I can say that much. He got a great YouTube channel. TikTok, I don't know too much, but if Dr. Umar saw it, he would be like, wow, this is like somebody that really like believes in the African diaspora and Pan-Africanism, So I think yeah, JT started out like that. I think he did. He started out like a Pan-African channel, and then
and who is JT? Like you did 3 different names for one person. Everybody not able to follow.
And you got 3 different personalities.
The person he's talking about is Underrated Darkness. On TikTok is Grindr, and short for his government name is JT. So we got to keep it at Grindr or Underrated Darkness. He doesn't have social media under JT.
Yes, he does on Facebook. On Facebook. So he got so many different names. There's so many different channels. You even got on him about having 2 different TikToks.
Yeah, because I was already following him on one of the grinders, and then he has another grinder. So
yeah, that's how much he grinds. That's how much he grinds. That's why they grinding for him. He needs 2 grinders.
Yeah, I see.
He's grinding. He's grinding.
Yeah, he's grinding. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
He's grinding. So you're like, he got one. He's like, oh, you got to call him one personality. He got like 2 TikToks. Like, man, come on. This man got all of these different accounts. Come on, he got a lot of like, I guess I did say personalities earlier, but it's more like he got a lot of, I guess, parts of him. He have himself in so many different like areas. He gives so much and pours so much into so many different like areas of like social media that you really can't put your finger on just one part of him because he's in so many different parts of social media. So
So out of all the stories I shared tonight, you have been reminded of Grindr from TikTok.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, like this guy is like everywhere. He wouldn't approve of none of that stuff you had on here.
What do you mean?
He wasn't like
What do you
white
mean he would not have
woman.
approved?
You know how I feel about black families, and you showing him a white woman trying to be black? Oh no. He would have had too much to say. He probably would have hit her up himself and told her that she the devil. Like, nah. He wouldn't approve of that. And plus, she not married with 2 black kids. I wonder what would he say to a white mama that pretended to be a black mama. I wonder what would he say to her, really. What would he tell her? You know how he said,
Kiana Fontanez, how are you? Kiana Fontanez. That's so nice to see.
Who is that? Who is that?
In there if you want to come up.
Who is that?
Another awesome content creator. Has been busy. She even went she took us with her out of the country and everything.
She monetized?
I don't think so because she does what she wants to.
I barely get on my
channel. You too, Kiana.
Yeah, I barely get on my channel either, so I barely get on my channel. I got on my channel just to like support people. I guess that's why that's what it's weird to have a channel that you only get on to support people and like it's like every time I drop a video, nobody watch it, but then once it seems like once I'm gone, like people start watching my stuff. So it's like, so it's weird. It's weird. I don't got all the hype like you. Oh yes, I really like that.
I want to ask Kiana something. Kiana, have you ever watched the sister segment on TikTok? Because Official One is P said it didn't come on this Thursday.
Mirrors of Sisterhood.
Yeah, did you ever see that? Because she knows Catherine Friends and them. I don't know. So are you saying it didn't come on last Thursday too, Official One is P?
Yeah, I used to always watch it.
No,
But yeah,
last Thursday?
this week. This is the first time I went to be on.
Okay. Yeah, Catherine with Friends, Deborah Catch It by Faith.
She never heard Mirrors of Sisterhood? Oh my God.
Eyes Up to Talk and Guy Nollywood. They do
that's Captain Goddaughter. OMG.
Every Thursday.
At 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
OMG. I can't believe you never heard of Mirrors of Sisterhood.
Yes.
I'm the only one. Oh my God. Nobody believe that exists because they delete everything they put up there. I know they got clips of them shining it out on here in their shorts. Like if you go to Deborah Catch It by Faith shorts, or you go to Eyes shorts, or you go to Catherine and Friends shorts, you'll see them shining it out on here. They be telling people to come on TikTok. But yeah, I can't believe they ain't on here.
What do you mean you've been living under a rock? You just been working hard, right? You've been working hard.
She been traveling a lot. She been traveling a lot. I seen the little clip. I seen the clip of her family traveling and stuff. I think there was all in bathing suits or something. I had to go do something else. I was like, I got work to do. I can't look at all these bathing suits.
Are you at work now?
Oh no, I got off. I got off.
You off? Okay. Well, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, you sound like you surprised. Like I work like Grindr. I don't work like Grindr.
I don't know your work schedule, but I do believe that you do work late night sometimes. Sometimes you do more than one shift. You do evening shifts or double shifts.
Yeah. I did double shift today. I don't work like Grindr.
But as a supervisor, aren't you on call, or you not an on call supervisor?
Oh no, I ain't on call. I ain't on call.
Well, that's good because a lot of supervisors are on call.
I'm on call when I'm working. I'm on call when I'm working. Like if it's a work day, and like I don't start working until like if I don't start working until later on in the day, then like yeah, I'll be on call. Like because they may need me to like come in early or stay late or something like that. But if it's like a day off, like I told you, like Friday is my day off. So like as of like right now, as of 12 o'clock, like I'm not like my name is completely like deleted from like every like group like chat or whatever. So I could like fully have my day off. So I could fully have my day off. So just like automatically like taking out a group chat. So whatever they gotta like talk about, or if they need to call somebody, like my name not in it.
Okay.
Because there's already enough supervisors for them to like, pull out that hat.
Are you is today started your Sabbath, or your Sabbath starts after sunset today?
Yeah, after sunset on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, remember I told you it's like a setting thing. It's not really a time thing. It's like a setting. Like I don't really like most people would be like, well, 7 o'clock is when it starts, or they got a set time and they never like diverge from that time. But if it's not dark, then you just like start it early. But then if like 7 o'clock is dark before 7 o'clock, then you gotta start it before 7. So yeah, it's a setting. It's not really a time. Some people, like I said, they do the time thing, but then it doesn't work if like it become dark before that time. So they change it like to like 6. Say again?
That's a question in the chat for you.
And what she said, Israelite? No, I'm not. I'm not Israelite. I'm not Israelite. No, I'm not Israelite. I'm Israel Dark.
What is it? You're a 7 day? What is it?
Yeah, 7-day Adventist. Yeah.
Okay.
7-day Adventist. Yeah, she was like Israelite. Nah. I wish I did know Hebrew. They teach you Hebrew though. They teach you Hebrew. They know Hebrew real good. I wish I did know Hebrew though. Yeah, they don't observe most of those, like they don't observe like what is it? Rosh Hashanah. They don't really observe Rosh Hashanah. They don't observe, what you call, that's another holiday that they don't observe. They don't observe Yom Kippur and all of that. They don't observe all of those holidays. They don't believe in all of those. They don't call the months Nisan and all of that. They don't call them that. So, I don't even know. I'm not saying it's a weird faith. It's just that like they don't really like call stuff by their Hebrew names. Like they don't really call it. They don't use the Hebrew calendar. If they did like use the Hebrew calendar, like most old school Adventists does, they use the Hebrew calendar. So, but like the ones that like when I became a 7-day Adventist, they weren't even using the Hebrew calendar. Like the ones that went to like all of the university, they know how to use the Hebrew calendar, and they use the Gregorian calendar. So I wish I did know how to use the Hebrew calendar. I wish I did. I'd be so happy.
To answer your question, Kiana, far as I know, Huggy got a new dog, and he was showing us on his channel. I don't know which channel he was on because I've subscribed, I think, to all 10 of his channels. But he's been posting Kiana. He got like a new dog, it's so cute. Oh, Kiana had asked me a question.
Oh, she asked you a question. Yeah, she asked you a question. You always get good questions. Yeah, but I really enjoyed the useful charts. I really enjoyed that. And we know that, Harris never identified as a black woman, so it's not really a big deal. I don't know why Janet Jackson even care if her dad is white or not. I mean, like her niece and nephews just found out that she Haitian, so she shouldn't even be like trying to dig in nobody's. She shouldn't be trying to dig for nobody's skeletons in their closet if she wasn't ready for hers to be uncovered. So
I want to tell Kiana that Huggy, he always get in trouble with his channels, and they would he go into a YouTube jail. So he made a whole bunch of channels. So if he gets a strike, he can move on to another channel and continue content. So he got about 10 channels.
10 channels. That I think you could have more than that. I think you could have up to 13.
Yeah, I think you can, but he definitely has. It's like Huggy 1, Huggy 2. He really has them all Huggy. All his channels have the word Huggy in it. It's ridiculous.
Oh, it's not. That's your catchphrase. Sorry. That's your catchphrase. It's ridiculous. Wavy gang. Stay wavy.
Gang is for proud mixed child.
Stay wavy.
Gang is proud mixed child.
Yeah.
Ghost. That's not mine.
Stay wavy.
It's like when we say Payeso gang and Avocado gang. Those will go with other channels.
And
when they come in, I'll say it because they're in there.
I don't even know what it's Tariq's catchphrase. I really don't. I'm gonna be a big Tariq supporter. I don't know what his is.
His is gang. He goes gang.
Let's go, gang. Yeah. That's more like him. That's definitely.
He hasn't come on YouTube.
Oh man, Tariq something.
He don't come on YouTube channel at all.
Huh?
He doesn't come on his YouTube channel at all.
Well,
last time he posted was 2 years ago or something.
He's still getting views though. He's still getting views. He be on Instagram.
That's not YouTube. We talking about YouTube.
He growing his hair. He thugging it now. Tariq's thugging it now. He lost weight. He thugging it now. That man done lost weight. Oh man, that man done lost weight and everything. You can't tell him nothing now. Tariq snatching him now. That man, that man snatching him now. That man snatching him. That man is grown, man. That man on his grown man business now. That man on his grown man business now.
We don't got our cameras on because he turned his camera off, so I turned mine off. I had my camera on, but because SP turned his camera off, I was like, I'm gonna turn mine off too.
Yeah, you don't need yours.
Everybody else feel like coming up to come up. Everybody come up.
You don't need your camera on here. Them people you don't owe them nothing. You don't owe them people nothing.
You talk.
You don't owe them people nothing. You don't owe them people nothing. Them people you act like them people they ain't even throwing no coins your way, man.
What's dumb people? Who's the people you talking about?
Them people, you don't owe them people nothing. When they throw some coins, you show up. When you show up with your camera on, they throw some coins your way. Let them throw you a love offering or a benevolent offering or something. I remember when I first had Facebook, like I think
Hey y'all.
Hey.
Well, y'all see I got my camera on, but you can't even see because I got the light on.
Oh yeah,
that's not a problem.
I'm on one of your type of comments, 12 in the bed eating snacks. What's going on with us?
We
Leave it
can't
out. Leave
eat
it out.
in the bed. It just make us gain weight. We gotta behave. You gotta stay on
Listen,
that.
I'm on your type of timing right now.
Castor oil game right now.
What you say when it's peak?
The 12L putting that castor oil in her belly button right now.
First of all, him and the castor, he suggested castor oil. I don't know what is that. What is where you get that from? One is P. What kind of old wives?
You
tale?
Go
get
to the
castor
beauty
oil
supply.
anywhere, Walmart, CVS, you go anywhere and get it.
But why? Why would I use that? What is the?
Because it get rid of the bloating that you get in the middle of the night that makes you want to eat.
Ooh. Not and get rid of the bloated. You trying to say it all nicely and what's not.
Men get it too. Men
Yeah,
get
I know.
bloated too.
I love how you did. Whoop.
If you eat late night, you won't get bloated at night. So I mean that's just normal.
So you use
If
it
you
all
eat
the
past
time?
that,
That's what you use.
I don't eat late night no more. But yeah, I use it so like I can have like
never use castor
a
oil.
flatter stomach in the morning and cleanse my bowels in the morning. So like yeah, I use it at night.
Well, like a half a teaspoon.
No, well, you could put it. There's a patch you could buy just for the castor oil. I think it's like $10 for like 60 packs. You put it's like a circle patch. You put like the castor oil. You put like a cap full of the castor oil and a patch, and you just like peel the adhesive off, and you put it in your navel, and that's it. You go to sleep.
You know
And
what I
then
was
once
thinking
wake
you were
up in the
saying? I thought you
morning,
were
you'll have
saying you gotta take it, meaning like you have to ingest it.
Oh no. You
put it in your
like your first month or your first 2 months. Like I know like most people's skin is very sensitive in the navel. So if you put in your navel, you might get diarrhea. So that's why you don't like put it straight in the navel. You just put it on a patch and then put the patch on your navel. Now after those 2 months, you should be used to like the patch being there, and you could like massage the navel then go to sleep. So but yeah. If you,
He's talking about the belly button.
it does clean your bowels. It does clean your bowels in the morning. So like in the morning, you're gonna have to like use the restroom in the morning and stuff, but you'll have a flatter stomach in the morning.
That sounds interesting.
It is.
But I would have to hear other people talk about it. If that works so well, why have I never heard nobody else talk about it?
Well,
That should be something somebody talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, right? Don't you think, Kiana?
Right. I haven't heard about that
I
either.
never heard about that.
I know castor oil, just drinking it like raw, just drinking it like straight, like raw.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, a teaspoon makes you use the restroom automatically. So I know that much. But like putting your navel at night, it makes sense to me. It sounds easier than just like drinking it. But yeah, most people drink it, they go straight to a restroom.
So you think it's better than prune juice?
I've never drunk prune juice. I've never.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've had prune juice, and I have taken a teaspoon of the vinegar, that apple vinegar, ACV or whatever. Oh, that's so nasty. I don't like that at all.
Oh,
they say yes. The apple cider vinegar is supposed to really help you flush out.
And it curbs your appetite, but of course, because it's got such a strong taste,
it sure does.
So I can't stand it.
I love it.
But yeah, you can't drink vodka like that all the time anyway.
I was doing good when I was in Belize, y'all. When I was in Belize, I was doing really good. But since coming back to the States, I'm back on my normal eating snacks, eating fast foods, all the things that we normalize. We normalize these things because it's a McDonald's on every other corner. You understand what I'm saying? So it's hard to you have to be very disciplined. Let me just put it that way.
Yes.
Especially when you are working, you're a working individual and you do 40 plus hours a week, and you just you just need some fuel. So you just get whatever is on your way home or whatever the case may be. You understand?
You're right.
So it does get very difficult when you are a part of the workforce. Mm-hmm.
That's
true.
Yeah, that I know when like I first started, I used to go out and eat all the time, but then I was like seeing how much money that eating out took from me. I was like, oh my, I gotta come up with something better. Oh my. And yeah, I was like, I need something to make me stop eating out all the time. And that castor oil started helping me. Oh yeah, I tried to look for like normal ways to like suppress me from eating.
Like what?
And
What
yeah.
you use? Because I thought you kind of like a
the castor oil thing helped a lot. Cause I don't want to eat as much now. The castor oil thing helped a lot.
I heard they have
And then
apple
you
cider
see-
vinegar pills too that help suppress the appetites too.
Oh
And,
yeah, I
and then
never
I
heard of
started
that.
going to the
They have
then
the
I started going
capsules.
to the gym. At Planet Fitness, oh my god, that 24 hours, oh my god, I could go anytime I want. Well, best thing
So
ever
how
happened.
much is a membership at Planet Fitness? So you have a membership at Planet Fitness, want to speak?
Oh yes.
So what's the membership fees? Because I used to be a member of EOS. So let's do a comparison of the gyms now. So what's the membership fees for Planet Fitness?
It was like it's $10 a month for me. $10
That's because
a
you're a
month.
vet, or that's just general.
I think it is because I'm a vet. Because I heard other people say it's 25 for them. So
But you get all the same amenities and everything included with your $10.
yeah, I got black card. Yep.
Oh, he got the black card. Okay. See, because when I had EOS, I signed up and I end up after it was all said and done, because it started off with one price from the very beginning. And then after a few months or whatever, it jumped up to like close to $25 to almost $30. But you have to keep in mind, with that gym, what I loved about it the most was that it had so much recovery like amenities, like a lot of different ways that you can recover. Like they had little areas where you could do like the back massage thing, and then
they got that too.
right, they have all these different types of amenities at EOS. So that's what drew me more to wanting that particular gym. Plus it was only right around the corner, so you can't beat that. So you don't necessarily have to always drive to the gym. You could always walk or ride your bike to the gym. And that's what I loved the most when I was a member of EOS, which unfortunately I had to get rid of it. I tried to stick it out as long as I could because I was like, maybe they'll open up a gym near me, And so I was like, I'm gonna just freeze the account. So for those people who are interested in keeping their gym membership, but they want to put it on hold, you should inquire about freezing your account. So I only had to pay like $5 and it froze the account for, I want to say 3 to 6 months. So I froze the account since I hadn't been going to the gym. But then after that period was over, unfortunately, since, there was no gyms opening up, that particular gym opening up near me, I was like, you know what? It don't make sense, because then I would have had to go back to paying $30 a month and not actually physically using the gym. So that would have been a waste of $30 every month just to wait to see if a gym will open up near me. That's stupid. So I said, I'm just gonna cancel the membership and find me a different gym. And thankfully and gratefully, the job I work for, they have a wellness reimbursement. So people who have different jobs should inquire if the job has benefits such as wellness reimbursements. Because with like for my job, for instance, the reimbursement would be like $300 a year or something like that. So if you find you a gym that's something like a Planet Fitness or something like that, affordable, all you have to do is provide your receipts and they will reimburse you for joining a gym.
Look at that. That's interesting. So that's like what, because they want y'all to stay physically fit.
I mean,
that's
it's a physically damn demanding ass job. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, they, trying to help people stay fit while they work, which is nice that they do that, but at the same time, they still have to take in consideration people need a break. Your wellness is your mental health too. So sometimes you literally just need a break. You can't be doing 40 plus hours every week and not feel exerted. And then you call yourself going to a gym, which is gonna be even though it's supposed to give you a boost of energy, it weighs heavily on a person. You're only one person. You probably got a million and one other things that you have to do outside of work. So adding going to the gym to your schedule, and we don't even have a lot of hours in a day. It's like I don't think the jobs even take that into consideration, and that's when I start giving up. Be like, hell no, I gotta put me first. And so, if you're anything like me, I just go on a leave of absence. Shoot.
Then that sounds good because you gotta take a break because you can't burn out. That's gonna burn. You're gonna burn out if you don't know how to take a break. So
I'm telling you. And when it's physically demanding, such as working in a warehouse, it's like you burn yourself out so bad that it starts becoming overwhelming, and you cannot compromise your well-being for a job because you're so irreplaceable. It don't make no sense. So God forbid something happens to you, they're gonna replace you immediately with no questions asked. Like they totally forgot about you by the next day. And it's sad.
That's true. And now with them trying to do everything with AI, they're not even trying to have people do anything.
Correct.
So it's really ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not bashing jobs. There are some jobs in place that are very helpful. People who work as like nurses, assistants, and stuff like that, where you have people on hospice, like, the elderly or whosoever may be on hospice and things, they really need help. So there are certain lines of profession that is really helpful. Firefighters, we need police officers, different professions are definitely needed in place to help people. But places like warehouses where they trying to replace the human for a damn robot and they treating humans like they're robots and stuff like that. Like, it's just crazy.
Right. Yeah. But like with Planet Fitness, they have candy they have candy there, they have soda, and they have pizza night. So they yeah, I don't like that gym. Like that gym, you have to be disciplined there or you will find yourself never getting out of bad eating habits.
What in the world? Are you for real? They supply their members with junk food.
No,
they have that on it. They talk about it.
They supply their members with junk food.
Yeah, you have to buy in on that. You have to buy in on that.
They got a big candy jar. You can get some candy. They got soda, and they have pizza nights.
I ain't never heard of no gym.
But they also got classes where you can work out in groups and all of that. So
And they have
So
the
she
massage
look,
machines
one
and
SP is totally disregarded the whole concept of them feeding the members that's supposed to be getting healthy
socializing.
and
Yeah.
losing weight. You know, the whole purpose of joining the gym for the most part is overall wellness. And when you go in and you feeding your members everything that they shouldn't be having, it's defeating the whole purpose.
I go there for the classes. I don't indulge in that. You know. That's like going to the bank. When you go to the bank, they got lollipops right there. Or suckers.
Oh, that's a totally different. That's a listen. The mission statement for a gym is totally different from a mission statement at a bank.
It's the same thing. If you want longevity, eating that candy ain't gonna promise you longevity. So it's the same thing.
You agree with that, 12?
Not at all. I'm telling you, the thing, the downside. They said that Planet Fitness is not a real gym. They do not have things that other gyms have. They do very much socializing. They encourage you to. They encourage you to do things that because they said, hey, you got to have your own discipline. So you got to know, because once you come in, they got a big old thing of candy. You can go to the candy. Still going.
I don't know what fitness you went through that got big old thing of candy. I don't know what you went through. I don't know. I know they do got peppermints like up there at the front, but I don't know what big jar you talking about. Candy.
And so you trying to tell me you don't see
it's a plate of peppermints. People do one up with bad breath. So it's a plate of peppermints.
What is P? You didn't see that.
Murderation.
You didn't see the soda one SP. They got Fanta and stuff in there. And they should have
Murderation.
Come on. So you gonna tell me you'll be better off if they offer you chlorophyll instead of like peppermints?
Hey, Lefty. When SP was saying your name, how you doing?
I didn't say Lefty. You supposed to come up.
I'm good. What's up, everybody?
Yeah. I was Swoop Channel.
It was cool.
Okay.
No, I follow a guy. He travels in. He drive a van.
Okay.
And he went. He does go take pictures at concerts and stuff, and he'll follow the tour in his van. So he'll use Planet Fitness as where he can take his shower and stuff. Cause basically every city got a Planet Fitness. Only thing Planet Fitness don't want you to do is lift weights. They have a problem. They don't have like true weights.
Yeah, they don't got that. Yeah. My son complains about it all the time.
It's like they got something against masculinity.
So how it's been politically over there in Texas? Since your girl didn't get voted in, they didn't win the Spanish guy. They didn't go with the girl. That was bigging up all the migrants. She was advocating for the migrants more than anybody else.
I guess he don't like it.
You know what?
Why would you do that, Ayo? Why you make Lefty leave? Why you make Lefty leave? You laughing? That's horrible. You made that man leave.
You know he at work. He must have.
You made that man leave. You asked him a question that pissed him off. Why would you do that?
No.
Why would you do that to Lefty? Oh my God. OMG. Why would you do that to Lefty? Out of all people.
That's a
Ghana,
nice man.
are you doing
say
any
you do that?
politics in your state? Lefty, did you do any politics in your state?
Listen,
Well, you
Lefty
know,
is
like,
back.
yeah, Lefty's back. I told him. And
No, the phone. Yeah, the phone is in the console. I was doing patrol and I hit a speed bump too hard, and y'all went out.
Oh yeah, she used to that. She be hitting me up on my job too. She used to that.
No. Don't ever get me wrong. I don't. For one, I'm not a Democrat, so.
So you didn't care about Crockett? You didn't mind Crockett losing?
Hell no.
And what about the state of you know them?
All these folks get in. All these folks lie. I don't care what side they get in. They just lie so they can get their little money and make their money off the companies. Hell, they ain't for the people. They always say they for the people. They never do what they say.
So see, they never tell the truth, dude. So on either side, you feel the Republican and the Democrat, they're not doing nothing.
They don't do nothing. All they do is line their pockets.
That's horrible. I know that's messed up.
Whoever can lobby, whoever lobby can get them the most money. That's what they're gonna come up with.
Yeah.
Right. That's true.
Yeah. Tell them about your tell them about your feelings about burning down plantations. Tell Lefty about that.
Oh, I told him that I plan on running for president, and one of my campaign promises is that I'll make sure that I burn down. I'll have all of the plantations that's in America. I'll make sure that we use them.
No, that ain't what you said.
That's what I said.
Plantations is just another word for ranch.
Arson.
So it was a lot of plantations around. Plantation was mostly like a certain thing. So it's another word for ranch. Texas, you don't use plantations. We say ranch or farm. You know, that's all they was farms that grow stuff. Now, the ones that you could do, I've seen a lot of them, they turn into museums, and they do honor the black folks that was there that worked on it. But it's like burning down a plantation. I'm like, burning down anything these days is stupid. Just give us the land. Give us our land back.
I told her most of the plantations, most of the plantations in the South, most of them now are being owned by black people, and some of them like during slavery time was bought by black people. So I mean, you mean to tell me you're gonna take something that's already black owned already, that somebody had to buy their freedom during slavery and then pass it down to their level? She's like, just burn it down. If they you said burn it down.
I said if they repurposed it like the Terry, what's his name? The one who does the movies.
Now, not the move, bro. Now there was one.
That's different. But if they maintaining it as it was, no.
There was one plantation. I don't think it was saying.
If they were a black slave, bought their freedom, bought the plantation, had black slaves on it that were their family, and then it was passed on to a relative after they died, and it was passed on to another relative, and it's still black owned, you still gonna burn that down, even if they not using as a plantation?
If they not, like, that's what I said. If they repurpose it, that's not a problem.
Listen, you know why? You know why?
That's ridiculous.
You said as a federal government entity,
yes,
you can't burn down the land because that belongs to the Department of Agriculture, which is the state job.
Well, she from the north. She don't understand plantations. They want to pay. She from the north. It's just a thing is that everybody keep talking about reclamation or whatever shit they wanted, and they wanted to go on to pay us for slavery. No, we just want our land back. Just give us our land back.
If Trump run for president, you ain't gonna get your land back. She gonna burn it down. If you ain't using it, she gonna burn it down. If you ain't using it, she gonna burn it down.
Made it like that. I said if they repurpose it like Tyler Perry, how he
She
took
got-
that army base and he made it a movie theater that people are utilizing. He's got workers and everything, not maintaining it empty. No.
That's it. That he
No,
used
my thing is like this here. You're my people, and it ain't even got to do nothing about slavery. Got lied. Give us our identity back for once, so we can tell us who we really are and give us our land back. Everybody keeps talking about we African this, we came over from the boats. No, the hell we did not.
So you're talking about the ones that's indigenous to America.
We the people. We that people.
Yeah, when Christopher Columbus came here, he said he saw people that looked like they came from the Canary with coarse hair. Dark as the people from the Canary Islands. They were they looked African to him. So
they look like Indians, and they called it. They look like Indians, so he called them Indian. That's how he gave them the name Indian, because they look like the dark-skinned people that was in India at the time.
Yeah, it was already black people here.
The Moors conquered most of the world before even what's his name? Genghis Khan did. The Moors is already most of the real Chinaman was black. The real Chinese was black. Everybody know their history in their country except for us.
Well, you see, my favorite Australian says we are all from Africa. Says the DNA.
Yeah,
No. Everybody want to say.
That's we moved over the world.
Everybody from guess what? Everybody from and guess who don't carry the DNA gene? The Africans got.
Who, Lefty?
The people in the U.S. We don't carry that. We don't carry that gene.
Really?
Yes, the black people in the U.S. do not carry that gene. So it was like, how the hell we from Africa? We don't carry that gene. And why all of a sudden everybody say, show me the proof that the Garden of Eden was in Africa? Because it seems like everything that was the Bible saying is in the U.S., not Africa. So, yeah. The Moors was going around discovering, exploring the world way before everybody else was started.
Yep. They taught the people in Europe how to bathe.
Right. Because they had so much disease. Yeah, because they had so much disease. It was like crazy. Y'all need to watch yourself.
I got a question for Lefty, because me and 1SP was talking about the situation where the son had he had got reprimanded from seeing his father naked. Well, do you feel he just saw him naked, or do you think he touched him?
No, that's not why.
He cursed the grandson. I can tell you. Noah cursed his grandson.
Okay, this is what happens. Noah got drunk. Noah got drunk. He got through dancing and everything. Noah passed out. Noah passed out naked. Back in the days, it was it was disrespectful to see your parents naked. Your father, especially the father. So instead of them covering up the father up, the son marked Noah for being naked, and that's what didn't please God, and that's how he got cursed, because he marked his father for being naked.
But Noah didn't curse his son; he cursed his grandson.
But how did he mark him? Like, what happened? Like, how did he
He
mark
didn't. He didn't mark them. God marked them because God heard them marking. They talked about them. They said, call him an old drunk, and they marked. The Bible just say they marked him. They taunted him for being naked. They made fun of their father for being naked, and under God's eye, that was disrespectful to their father.
Okay, if him the one that saw him naked, then why did he curse his grandson?
Because his grandson had to pay for his father's sin.
Oh, now it makes sense. Okay. Now it makes sense.
And me and one of his people was arguing about how that woman, the two sons died, right? And she wanted to have an heir. So she pretended to be a prostitute. So she could get that baby. And I was telling one SP that she was being wicked and deceiving him to get him to have a baby by her because while he was sober and aware, he said no. So she took away his right to say no.
Yeah, I mean that's where the name Jezebel come from.
No, she talk about Judah and Tamar.
Yeah, well, see, you can't see women are always been devious. That's how we got to where we is now, because of the woman. And women don't like to hear that, but it's the truth. When you read the Bible, you study the Bible, that Adam was cool. Till the snake came, and the serpent, whatever, told her to bite the fruit. Everybody keeps saying it was an apple, but the Bible says fruit. But when you're trying to do devious things and stuff, that's like now when you look at it, and like overseas, there's a lot of stuff going on overseas that they still follow old law from the First Testament.
I had heard a sermon where the pastor said that the forbidden fruit was oral sex. So I don't know how she was supposed to bite it first. Because remember, the serpent said,
"Where the hell y'all get oral sex from? The Bible didn't even say nothing about sex. The Bible didn't say nothing about sex. The Bible never said nothing about sex in Genesis.
That's where the pastor mind was.
Yeah, right.
He was gonna get his mom was gonna get here after service.
So you telling me the tree of life was Adam's body from the forbidden tree?
It was that pastor, but like one SP said, he was corrupt. He had the pulpit doing it wrong. That's why people got to read it.
Well, his interpretation was effed up.
That man wanted to get head after service.
Right.
That man remember he can head after service.
Yeah, because all they tell us was Adam and Eve had 2 kids, and then later on they had a sister. They had 2 boys and they had a sister, and then they had wives. My thing was with Adam and Eve was if they the creator of human life, where the hell did Cain and Abel get wives from, and from who?
Well, I think they probably had twins. Like every time they had a son, they probably had a daughter.
I don't know, cause that was like. So my question to my pastor was, how the hell did they get wives and where they come from? Because that's kind of weird. Because if you look at the Bible, it say Adam and Eve started mankind, and it's like, okay, so then you looked around, Cain and Abel is grown. Where did Cain and Abel get wives? So they married their sisters or they married their nieces?
They married their sisters. I don't think they married their sisters. Because in order for them to have nieces, they got first have wives.
Right. So, just like Noah took his family along. Noah took his family along, and Noah's family repopulated the earth. So that means tell me there was a lot of incest going on, and my pastor's like, only you would ask that question.
But it's the truth.
So yeah, it's a lot. Cause I'm like, it said that they took the fruit from the forbidden tree.
It had to be incest going on because think about it. After Cain killed Abel and Cain went to Linda Nod with his wife, Eve and Adam made Seth, and Seth had a wife. So like they had to like, and they had to be like having sex with a sibling, with their sisters.
Right. So it was like, it was just a lot of no stuff, and you know,
It
you
don't
have
really
to read.
It don't really tell you who gave birth to what woman. It don't really tell you who gave birth to what woman in the Bible anyway.
Right. Only person that actually tell you who had kids when it came to Sarah and having their child, Mary having Jesus, and Cain and Abel, we knew they came from Adam and Eve. Then you had Jacob, all them, 12 tribes came from. But it's like, they were doing it because they been having, like, that's why I understand when they say you find a concubine, because men had concubines, especially the kings. David had a concubine.
But it don't tell you who gave birth to the women.
Right. Well, no, they said later on in Genesis that they had sisters. That Cain and Abel had sisters.
Like, and like, who is Elizabeth's mama? Like Mary's cousin. Who is Elizabeth's mama? John the Baptist's mama? Who is his grandma? Who is John the Baptist's grandma? Like, see, so it don't tell you. It don't. Who is her dad? It don't tell you like who gave birth to the women.
Yeah.
Like it don't tell you where the women came from. Like it just got the women in the Bible. It don't tell you who they came. Like Mary Magdalene, who is her parents? See? Yeah.
But
what about what's the other one name? Deborah in the Bible. Who is up? It don't tell you. It don't tell you. Ain't her name was ain't she was a prophet or something? A judge? Yeah. Who is her parents?
Well, do they tell you who Jezebel's parents was?
Nope.
But she came from a different group. But they also, when they talk about Samson, they said that Delilah and her group of women was women that they told him as a youth to not mess with that group. So they had different groups because there was people that they were banned from messing with as highly people.
They were Philistines.
They said he was not to cut his hair and that he was not to mess with those women that Delilah came from.
Philistines.
Okay, well they told him don't mess with the Philistines, and he still wanted to mess with them. But they didn't tell us where they came from and why they had the different groups. They paired them off.
All we said, yeah, they don't really let us know about where the women came from. Like, so like in Genesis, that's why you don't really know where their wives came from, because the Bible make where women come from a mystery. Except for Eve, where Eve came from. Eve came from Adam. So, it tell you where she was created from.
That's true.
Yeah, if you let some people say it, they say Eve was not the first wife, but they say Eve was the second wife. I'm like, what Bible did y'all read that from? Because nowhere in Genesis I hear no lady named Leah. What's her name? Leah. Or something they try to say. So I was like, huh?
Right. That's the Lilith. That's the demon thing about Lilith. That's it. But that's the same one when you go into who was Goliath's parents, because Goliath was a giant.
Well, you know, one of his parents was an angel then.
Yep, a fallen angel.
Yeah, a fallen angel. So that's where the Neverlethan come from, and he was a Neverlethan. They just didn't say it. They just say he was Goliath. Just say he was a giant. But just imagine we all could have been over 10 feet.
Hey, Excel, how are you?
What's good, 12?
How you doing? Welcome in.
But 12.
Doing all right.
Yeah.
What's the topic?
What was you gonna say, Lefty?
I was getting ready to get away from this religion stuff. I wanted to know how y'all married acting up. Y'all ain't kicked them out yet.
No, they trying to kick him out though. They trying to kick out Mayor Zoran. They've been asking for him to be removed because of his lack of support for Jewish people. They feel that he is not supporting the Jewish people in New York City, so they want him out.
He's Middle Eastern. He's not gonna support the Jewish people.
And then that's why they want him out. But they should. They went to Gracie Mansion and they set up a This is like the third time they've been coming over to his place. Well, the first time they threw a Monte Carlo over there. I mean, they've been very messy at his house because of a negative statement his wife said. But as far as
I'm sorry, but whose mic is reverberating like that?
Somebody's mic is vibrating.
Fuck yeah. Okay. Can you keep it muted until you're talking, please? I'd appreciate it. That shit is like really loud.
Y'all hear that?
Sorry about that.
No problem. So that's
No,
where
they
it's
took
been,
care of
Lefty. That's where it's been. So he's still there. I'm sure, but I think he's gonna be a one-term mayor.
New York is fucked. Everybody's doing an exodus. So when you move into Atlanta or Florida, 12?
I'm staying right here. I'm not having no problems. I feel
You're going down with the ship, huh?
I feel the Knicks is gonna bring in the championship. We're real proud here.
No, they ain't going nowhere. New Yorkers, one thing, they like Texas. They ain't going nowhere. They like their city. They like their state.
Shit, certain ones, because like literally Florida people are getting tired of the motherfuckers moving from New York to Florida, bro. It's a mass exodus, just like California is moving to Texas like a motherfucker.
Yeah, we full. We ain't got no more room.
That's what I've been hearing.
We full. Take y'all ass back to California. You know
That's
what?
what I've
I don't
been
mind
hearing.
people. I don't mind people moving from. I'm a true Texan. 12 will tell you, one SP will tell you I'm a true Texan, and I believe in true Texas values. My thing is, don't California my Texas. That's why y'all state was so effed up. Don't come to my state and expecting the same rules, cause what you running from F up your state.
Yeah, that's what I've
you
been hearing
believe
from
in.
a lot of Texas people, and like I've been hearing a lot of these motherfuckers from California been coming and trying to change some shit like California. Like, if your state is failed and you moved away, ain't nobody trying to hear that.
Right.
There's a reason why
Well,
you
I don't
moved to
think
that other
everybody should
state.
have guns. We should take away y'all rights to have guns, bitch. Take your ass back to California with that bullshit.
But you know what they said? They said that Zoran is considering making us a carry state. That's interesting. So a lot of people don't agree with that either, that he wants to let
Because he
me
ain't had no choice. That's what Gruden told him he had to do.
So that's interesting. There has been talk about letting us be a carry state.
Well, he ain't had no choice. The governor is fighting that with her stupid tail. She lost in court and she's still trying to defy it with all these sensitive places and stuff. Bitch, the land of the law is the land of the law. You ain't above the land of the law.
You mean the law of the land, but yeah, I mean, yet and still,
Yeah.
yeah. New York's got a right to govern itself, so as long as the higher politicians in New York don't want there to be gun rights, there's not.
No,
gonna
they
be
already
gun
had sued. Well, they had already sued about it, so they'll have no choice.
Yeah, if they sued about it, then that means they
Yeah, they
wanted
already
it.
went
They
to.
shouldn't even
Yeah,
had
it's
to
already
sue
went.
about it.
Yeah, this already went to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court already ruled that people in California have a right to carry. Only thing the government is doing now, trying to make it hard. They try to make it hard to get you permit. You got sued about that. Trying to make it hard about your sensitive places. You keep getting sued about that. You can't deny everything as state and private property. It's like, where you gonna carry? That was the whole thing. They try to do the same thing in California. They try to do it, but they keep losing.
And we have a major problem with that because we got Democrats, and Democrats don't want us to have guns at all. They feel that we need the guns off the street. They still doing the gun buybacks, regardless of them letting
How
everybody.
you gonna buy back something? How you gonna buy back something you never owned?
This is what they do, though. They do gun buybacks all the time here.
I think like the failed part on the people is making the argument to the federal courts that all 50 states should be armed with their people, because at the end of the day, in the amendment rights, it sits there, it says in the Declaration that, you know, pretty much every citizen that could be armed should be armed.
Right.
So if New Yorkers could be armed and you're not allowing them to be armed, you're not allowing them to follow the Constitution.
Right.
Right. That's the truth, though. They don't.
And when they do things like take guns from felons, they need to make the argument that there shall not be any infringement upon that record. So when you call it a minor infraction against the Second Amendment right, now you're treasonous.
Well said.
They're very messy. Let me show y'all how they've been harassing Zoran, and Zoran, I don't even think he pays attention. Let me show y'all this. Let me show you a brief.
They at the government mansion 9 times out of 10. He probably not even there.
I lowered it down. You see mass security here. Live supporters here. Live security here. What's up, guys?
Okay, everybody. So now we're getting riled up. The crowd is getting bigger. We still have 15 minutes until start time because we have to be mindful that we told everyone 7 p.m. But until then, as we just said 10 minutes ago, we'll say it again for anyone that wasn't here. We are here to protect our democracy. We are here to fight against the extremism that Zoran Mamdani is embracing day in and day out. And you know what else we're here for? We are here to globalize democracy. That's what we're here for. Globalize democracy. Globalize democracy. Globalize.
What the hell is globalized democracy? What the fuck is he?
I wanted to show y'all that this is the kind of nonsense he's going through. He's going through this, guys. They are here. They are harassing Mandela.
I seen one black woman, and she probably not even black. She probably African or something. There, with a flag on, looked like a Black Lives Matter flag she had on. I don't know.
I mean, he's been getting harassed by The Jewish, it's just the Jewish population. They don't feel that he's doing anything to help them, and they feel that he's advancing everyone.
So he not taking their money. That's what it is. He not taking their money.
I guess not. But they said they don't feel safe. They don't feel he's protecting them.
How you don't feel safe in a city that they run? They run New York. Then in the
I'm about to
mafia,
say, come on. We see the motherfuckers walking through every borough like they own that motherfucker. They own all the rental properties in fucking 4 out of the 5 boroughs. Cut it out.
they run everything. And what's so bad about it? They're not even the real Jews.
Yes, that's right. You don't.
No, we are not.
That's right. He doesn't believe that. That's right. Well, wait. Let me show y'all. Let me show you another argument.
They will tell you they are converted Jews. They are the converted Jews.
I'll tell you exactly who we are because I have family documents that very few do because I have certain people in my family. And the fact of it is that pretty much we are the people that exited Egypt with the Hebrews. We are not the Hebrews. We are the people that exited with them.
One SP, you don't got no statement with that?
No, it's the facts. We are not the Hebrews. We are not the Jews.
Yeah.
We're the ones that exited Egypt with them. We're the other slaves. We just clung on to their people. Some of our people married into their people. But we are not them. We are not the chosen people. We are not the original people.
So you feel that we the Gentiles?
Yes, we are the Gentiles that the Christ figure that my people, the Ashkenazis, preach against are the people that he said to reach out to.
Here's another one of the arguments that they were saying to Zoran. This is what the guy was saying.
But when he was elected mayor, our inbox imploded. Thousands of messages from devastated.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Jewish mothers are afraid to walk to synagogue. Small business owners ready to pack up and leave. Lifelong New Yorkers asking if the city still has their back. Every single message ended the same way. What can I do and how do we fight back? This rally right here, right now, is how we fight back. Let's talk about
that rally is fighting back, ain't fighting back.
He has aligned himself with movements that don't just criticize Israeli policy, they call for the elimination of the Jewish state entirely. He stands with people who chant for the destruction of the one place on earth built as a refuge for the Jewish people. And he has made the largest Jewish community outside of Israel feel like strangers in their own home. Jewish communities all around New York are afraid to walk to synagogue, afraid to wear a Star of David on their street. They're afraid and they're petrified. They're worried that something might happen. That is anti-Semitism, and it disqualifies him from leading the city, as we cannot have a mayor.
Okay, what's going on? Why are they afraid?
Jewish people at large and against New Yorkers as a whole. But the damn.
Well, they're trying to say that they don't feel that they're getting the protections. Maybe other mayors have given them more police presence in the neighborhood, but they said that Mayor Mamdani is not giving them any kind of protections. They don't feel that they're getting support. But I do think it goes along with what you had also said about he must not be taking their money. Like, I'm sure there's something going on more than that, of course.
My thing is, welcome to the freaking neighborhood, cause now y'all feel like y'all should be privileged because y'all privilege got taken away.
They said they don't feel comfortable being around their mosques, anything, and we haven't been having.
So you can't. So y'all can't police y'all own. Y'all can't. Y'all don't know how to protect yourself. That's what it sounds like to me.
They usually do.
We don't got police for our churches.
Right.
So they
Let me
actually
tell you something. Let me tell you something in Texas. Let me tell you something in the South. We protect our own churches. Since that food went off, most churches in Texas have in-house security teams now. They're trained. And it's not just black churches, it's white churches too. They have in-house security team. So you telling me that y'all religions so don't allow y'all to protect yourselves?
Oh, they can't work on the Sabbath, so they got to get like non-Jewish security.
I think they want the NYPD to give him more. I guess because remember he has he doesn't feel that we need as many NYPD, so he has reduced the police force, which a lot of people didn't think was a good idea, and he just has a lot of different views that a lot of people have a problem with. But they're
Was they stopping crime? Cause a lot of videos I've seen about New York PD seem like they just harassing folks just walking down the damn street.
A good thing about reducing the police is that they could actually get raises.
They're talking about the officers that's on duty, that stay on duty.
Well, my thing is that New York was over policing to me.
Okay.
I shouldn't see no 5 or 6 officers every 10 steps that I walk. That's over policing, especially if you're trying to go to a place like Times Square and all this stuff here. It's like, okay, y'all had 9/11, okay, cool, y'all trying to make sure, but you're harassing the wrong people.
I'm sure the police department is okay with less police because they don't got raises now.
Okay.
Well, they always been racist, but they just
No, he
now
said
they
raises.
just showing
They're
it.
getting more money.
Oh.
He's saying they're getting more money.
Oh no, man! It's not even about the money. It's about that New York police think they are above the law, and they harass folks for nothing. Most of them do harass folks for nothing. If you walking in Times Square or around any business area, Manhattan, anything, and you don't look like you belong there, they will harass you.
Let's keep it real. If you don't look like you about to spend some money.
Right. And they talking about, oh, we got rid of stop and frisk, but y'all not frisking, but y'all still stopping folks for no reason. Because a guy standing there saying, I've been watching you stand here for 15 minutes. Damn, I can't take a break. I can't chill. I can't admire the scenery. I got to keep
Excuse
walking.
me, sir. Where are you coming from? Where are you headed to, sir?
And then you tell them I don't answer questions, then they want to violate your rights. Well, let me see your ID. What crime have I committed? What crime have I committed? You supposed to articulate a crime for me to produce an ID.
Sir, you have to give me your ID.
No, I don't.
This is a no-show.
If you don't give me your ID, sir, I'm gonna arrest you.
And then I'm gonna call my lawyer, and y'all gonna be sued. I'm taking your pension.
Just say detain me.
Am I detained? Am I detained?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm in the course of an investigation.
And they stupid tail will say yes. Okay, you just messed up, sir. Now I'm about to sue you.
We got a call about a suspicious individual, sir.
Being suspicious is not a crime. Being suspicious is not a crime.
We understand, but that's our policy. We have to respond to the call, sir.
Your policy is not law, sir. I'll see you in court. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? This is just the bullshit they hit you with, though, bro.
Oh, now we have Eagle Team. So now they get on you in the train stations and on the bus. They want to make sure that you've paid, so you have to use your whatever way you paid. They have a machine to check to see if you paid, and they do that. In the train stations, they try to see if you're going on the train. So if you're sitting in the bench and you didn't get on the train, they watch, and if you haven't, they say you have to get on the next train or you have to leave the train station. But they're trying to keep the
yeah, they'll say loitering.
Yeah, it's called loitering. Yeah, it's called loitering.
So they've been harassing people because of the push-ins, the unprovoked attacks. So they have a lot of police presence in the subways now.
So now you can't enjoy the musician that's want to play in the subways. You can't enjoy them now, so you got to keep moving, wait on your train.
Well, because we've had a lot of unprovoked attacks. So and we not too long ago we had a guy with a machete at Grand Central. We had a machete attack. That's crazy. I don't understand how he was able to get around with a machete.
Because they didn't have no metal detector to detect it.
Let's go even further back, because of lack of mental health in America.
Right. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you how to see. This is why. See, this is how it evolves. You take away the guns. What else you gonna do? Just like England did. England took away the guns. The stabbings went up. Everybody started carrying knives. Oh, you can't have a knife no more than 2 kids.
Here's an example.
And so everything goes rolled down.
They took away the insane asylums. Now we're stuck with all these crazy people doing all this crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? You take away the guns, what are we stuck with? Only the criminals having guns.
But it's what's gonna make me easy. I'm gonna go get me a $5 machete from the short store, sharpen it up. Hey, I got my weapon. I'm going. Oh, you want to take away my machete? Okay, I'm gonna go get me a stick. I'm gonna go get me a bat. Well, weapons are made. I can make a weapon out of sticks falling off a branch, falling off a tree. Yeah. So what you gonna do? Ban everything?
They take your shoestrings away from you in jail because that could be a weapon. You could hang yourself or choke somebody out with it.
Then you drive them through. Hey, I'm getting mad. I don't like this protest. Let me go get in this truck. Let me go get in this car. Drive through.
Turn this car into a weapon.
Right. So stopping violence is. We ain't gonna never get rid of the stop violence. That's what they want to law out everything. Oh, let's make it illegal then, since it's hurting people. You ain't gonna never stop it. Once they get in their mind that criminals do not follow laws, do not follow rules,
That's true. That's the issue. But as far as with the insane asylums, one of the problems was that they was mistreating those people. They letting them stay around naked and stuff. So
that's what we have prisons for, though. 12. Okay, the doctor violated his oath. He broke the law. He committed a crime. Now he goes to prison because he's sane. He can do his time.
Right. But they broke it. But I wouldn't say they got rid of him completely. They just broke it down to be more to be more.
Let's be real. It wasn't even the doctors. It was the government themselves, fucking just like the churches, leaking money into these institutions, and now you're doing experiments on people,
which is horrible.
Well,
I don't agree.
It's like this here. The mental health issue, they just took it from to privatization. When they made stuff privatization, all shit go to hell, and they matter voluntarily. If you're not born or you're not real documented being mentally ill, you will not get help. They want to put you in a group home, halfway home, and then the people that's running these homes and group homes, they just as greedy, and all they want is money. They don't care about the patient, the person. They just want the money.
Facts.
So they do the bare minimum by law that required, and then when it comes time, I seen it all the time. When it comes time for inspection, even like I worked in the prison for 4 years, a lot of shit goes on till it comes time they find out they getting inspected. Oh, now we rushing to clean. Now we rushing to make sure inmates have everything they need. We're throwing this and that just to pass inspection. Once they pass the inspection, they go back to the same bullshit.
That's a fact, because we gotta at least they do audits, but they have to by law notify them that they're doing it. We need to let them do unexpected audits, because they say, oh, we're not giving us the opportunity, so they have to give them advance notice, and then that's how they clean it up.
Yeah, make sure that the worst patient that deal with problems that can talk, make sure they heavily medicated. So when the inspector come in, they won't be they can't talk to the inspector and all this stuff here. I know how the game goes. It's unfortunate that the mentally ill in this country do not get taken care of.
Mr. Randall, you can get up there. I get down.
I can. Mr. Random can come up. I have space for him, so you don't have to go down. He just want to go down. Ain't nobody worrying about what his feet.
What's up, Randall?
Go down.
Just worried that
That's
you
my
gonna be
boy.
like 12. You can't. 12 gonna be like you can't hop down. Better not hop down. You'll ruin the
There you
show.
go. Well, he always running. Run his feet. Bring your butt back up here.
Well, he's happy to see. He was happy to see you though, Lefty, because he swore that every time you come, he don't want to be on the panel with you. So now he don't got that. He can't say that no more. Y'all was on the panel together.
I don't know why he don't want to be on the panel with me.
He does. He was right there. He was thinking you didn't want to be on the panel with him.
Nah, I ain't
I
got
don't
no
know none
problem
of
with
these
LSP.
people,
That's
to
the
be
homie.
honest with you, but I don't care.
LSP the homie.
This
People are
Lefty,
people.
he's from the car community, and so is Mr.
Oh, that's
Randall.
what's up.
Yeah, they do.
What's your favorite car brand?
Chevrolet El Camino, old
Oh,
school.
this is my dude. I like him already. As soon as he said Chevy, I like him already.
But I like all cars, dude.
Me too. All cars are just like music. It's good things in all cars, but Chevys are definitely top tier to me.
Yeah. Mr. Randall's from Louisiana, but he built cars. He got 2 cars he's building.
Hell
Yeah, he built stuff from scratch. Remember, he made that motorcycle, Lefty.
Yeah.
Yeah, he builds random. He's in the chat. He builds stuff from scratch. He got a good channel. He has a channel. Lefty, he's a supporter. He doesn't do content, but he goes to car shows. When the last car show you went to, Lefty?
Shit, 2 years ago, I've been working.
Okay.
I've been working 7 days a week for 2 years now.
Wow. So you workaholic like Kiana. So Kiana XL, she's one of the workaholics. She always stay with at least 2 jobs. She's always doing. She keeps busy. She like to keep busy. She don't like to stay still, even though she talks about wellness and how she has a channel too.
You got to. Shit, you can't afford shit now.
Right, and everything keep going up.
Yeah, if you ain't got a second job, you definitely gotta have a few hustles.
Yeah, Kiana stay working. I bet she went to sleep. But when it comes to Mr. Random, I thank you for coming in, Mr. Random. One SP, and he has a channel too, and he also has several books that he's written. And
When you gonna do more of these panels, 12? Fuck all that shit. When you gonna do more of these panels?
I do panels every now and then because
I don't want to hear this every now and then.
I
And
do.
it's like every 4 months.
I do. I haven't seen Brownsburg, so I was missing the panel, so that's why I had to do one.
Man, facts. See, this is why you need to do more.
Time. He's keeping on vacation too long. He got to stop playing with it. He got to do the powwow. I was trying to.
12 want to do stuff for the weird folks and watch her sleep and shit. Yeah.
Man, her and her damn sleep streams and shit.
That's fun for me. You know what?
Like that shit don't be creeping you out. You don't think maybe I got some stalkers while I sleep?
One dude talking about, your moderator rude. I'm not gonna subscribe. I'm like, he got mad because I called the people weird. I'm like, dude, that's my opinion, bro. You can't
If
get
he
mad
gets
because you're
offended by
weird.
you, he gonna hate me. He gonna hate me with a passion. He gonna run away from this channel.
Oh my
He
god.
talking about your guys rude. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm the biggest asshole you can come across, dude, but you can't do nothing. You won't say it to my face.
You don't understand. 12 be venturing out into the troll sector, so some of us ain't gonna give a fuck about your fifis.
Yeah, I'll be with Brownsburg and his trolls. But that's
He
how
like, oh, you just lawful.
faceless. We like to put our camera off and have fun with the people.
Yeah, he like, oh, you just lost a subscriber because of your moderator. He needs to know what he's doing. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm a moderator on over goddamn 30 channels. What the hell you talking about?
Oh, you know the people cray. I don't worry about it. They don't bother me.
I'm like, you
I'd be
here to
like,
watch her go to
moderator, what
sleep.
the fuck do I moderate? This is a go-to channel tool. Ain't no fucking moderator tool. Who I time out? Shut your crying ass up.
Yeah, you're like, you better shut up for you. I time you out, dude. You over here bitching because I called y'all weird. Y'all all weird watching a person sleep. That's weird. Just like people that like feet. That's weird to me. That's not normal. Normal
Facts. I don't
behavior.
even type shit if 12 sleep. I come in, I see she sleep, I back the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like walking in your mama room. You ain't gonna be all up in your mama room doing shit if she sleep. You gonna back out and close the door. Like, she sleep.
Yes, I love it. But first,
That's
I'll
what I
usually
know.
talk. I talk until I go to sleep. But that's for the insomniacs.
Yeah, but shit, get out your feelings, bro. Oh, your moderator mean. He's good. He's rude. This. Man, shut the F up. Get on.
Mean, what year was this motherfucker born? Had to been at least the late 90s. You old protected space having ass motherfuckers.
I'm like, nigga, I've been around before she even started the sleep lives, bro. What you talking about? That's why I kept a blue wrench.
You know, I don't have no problem with the mods. So it's just the new people be coming in, and sometimes they be in their fifis. I don't let them worry about it.
Yeah, I know she liked the trolls. I know she liked her trolls, so I'll let it go. I don't usually time. If I time you out, you had to say something real offensive, bro, for me to time you out. And I
I'm
think,
just saying, I'd rather one crybaby leave my channel than one crybaby chase off 5 people. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, so they were like, dude being weird. Dude was being weird, so I timed him out. He like, oh, your moderator asshole. Yeah, man.
That's horrible. I didn't see it, but that didn't bother nothing, Lefty. That didn't bother anything.
Yeah, dude, like, oh, I was new to over here and I just subscribed. Now I'm not subscribing. And 12, you need to check your moderator. You need to see these asshole.
Oh my God.
Check,
I didn't see
nigga,
it.
check me. You check me, dude. You check me. Come to Texas and check me. See how that works in your
check
favor.
yourself into a psychiatrist. Jesus.
Get out your feelings, weirdo.
Yeah, no fifis. They gotta be not in their fifis. You're right.
Well, you called a motherfucker a weirdo, then he want to support your motherfucking statement.
It's just silly. But I don't usually have the same crop come in. So we usually because people just passing through. So that's what makes it fun. Like I don't usually have the same people. So
I like your truck driver friends. They're pretty cool.
that's yeah, that's a lot of them because they be driving during the night.
Yes. Then
white noise.
And then when I did say, "Oh, your weird people is here," I was trolling myself because I'm like, oh, because I already told her like, oh, you doing sleep videos? Oh wow, and I already knew why she was doing it to get her watch hours, but
yes,
the weirdos start coming in. Oh, she looks so pretty when she sleep. Oh, she looks like what the hell?
What the fuck kind of shit? All right, 12. See, we gotta send a search party out for Bronzeburg because you and Chrissy. Now we gotta send another motherfucking search party for you and your weirdo watchers.
No, but Fed 2 had came. Fed 2 had came on yesterday. Fed 2, as we call Chrissy Lefty. Fed 2. Cause they like to say I'm the Fed just because I be trying to figure out when is Brownsburg days off. And so they be like, you asking too many questions. I'll be laughing so hard. This is so much fun. But he told us he'll be on it's always between Thursday and the weekend. So maybe he'll come on tomorrow.
I don't know. He usually do this shit every summer and spring,
Oh yeah,
occasionally
take a break.
certain winters. Yeah.
Maybe he's just working a lot, taking pictures.
I figure it's either a workload or he just be in a see like some of us be in our head on some past memory shit, on some shit you can't do nothing about, and like we just don't talk to nobody about that shit.
Right,
We
right.
reflect on our lives.
Yeah, cause me, I'm not into following other lives like that. I work at night, so I'm sleep mostly during the day. Even my car guys will tell you, if you come on during the day, don't expect me to be in your live. I'm sleep.
Right, because you stay working.
Right. I'm like, I ain't got time. You know, like I watch videos. I got videos to watch. I be on IG, and I'm like, I'm not. And I don't hard to do too many lives on IG. They be trying, like other people trying to get me to go to TikTok. Go to TikTok. The
Yes.
TikTok lives. I'm like, no, I be wanting to have a life. I don't want to be tied to the phone all day.
Yes. That's what they two of them was getting me, trying to make me go to TikTok. And when I went over to TikTok, I can't even go live because I don't have 50 subscribers. So I was like, oh my God, now you gotta try to build up a people again on this platform. But Exile knows about that because Exile, you on the other platform. Did you have to have a certain amount of number of people on the other platform for you to
Yeah, on TikTok, yeah.
So you always gotta, it's just work all the time.
I had an account that I could do that on, but like this dude was talking reckless to my wife on the panel. I mean, like reckless as fuck. And I went up there and I told the panel owner, I was like, "Do you know this dude gonna get your panel and your channel took, right?" He was like, "Man, at this point, I don't even care no more." I said, "Oh, for real? Well, I'm a YouTube troll. Let me do my thing then. Fuck it." And I ended up getting my channel banned and his channel banned over there on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about that is they can see you who's in the live. I like to stay in the bushes sometimes.
I
Like,
don't
you
like
didn't
that
even
the
know.
algorithm could drop you. You say the wrong shit, the robots will drop you off panel. That's crazy work.
And 12, I did hear when he said my name. I started to pull a Will Smith. Keep my name out your.
Oh yeah, who said your name?
I heard. I was in there when I was in the bushes for a minute.
Oh, and when SP was asking for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Where's Lefty?"
He like let Lefty go first. I'm like, well, when you start asking people to come up on the panel, he was like, let Lefty go first. I'm like, what the fuck, man? What I
And
do?
I asked for Exile. Exile, I had asked for you. I said, where's Exile? Where's Brownsburg? Where's CIP? I had asked, so I'm so happy to see you.
What was going down?
No, I had opened up the panel after I talked about the different issues, and then I asked you to join, and I said, "Where's Exile?" I had asked for you too.
Shit, I was at work. What was going down now?
What time works best for you? You are available because it's almost 2
I go to work 3 p.m. Central Time, and I don't get off till 11:30.
Okay.
5 days a week. I'm off on weekends though.
You know, that third shift.
Nah, we only got 2 shifts. I'm on second shift.
What they call the night shift.
I got me, my homegirl, and my homie in trouble today. I had to switch places where we sit and shit. Cause like we ain't supposed to be snacking. We be snacking, we be talking. I done lost 2 people close to me this week. So I done told my 2 bosses, I walked into their office, I said, "Hey, y'all can deduct a point from me or whatever the fuck you want to do, but I'm about to go outside and smoke."
You lost her. I'm so sorry to hear that. Rest in peace to them.
Yeah, It's all good. You met one of them before, Poon Handler. He was a streamer.
Oh no. Was it health related or is just
Yeah, we believe his foot was septic and he got septic poison is what we believe.
Oh, I had a friend that happened last year. So she lost her leg. They had to take it off.
Yeah, they had took his toe and part of his foot. It just the infection didn't stop.
No, yeah, that happened. She had about 3 of her toes off, and then it just because she wasn't doing the wound care properly, so they had to take it. But she's alive and well now. She has a prosthetic. She has a prosthetic.
Shit, even if you do shit properly,
Yeah,
sometimes it don't work out.
Oh.
Right. If it's not want to heal right, your body take long to heal. That sets you up for infection longer to set in. They nicked my mom intestines. She had a blockage intestine and they nicked it. That's how my mom became sick. And then they said she died of natural causes. I'm like, how the fuck is that? How the hell is that natural causes if you caused the nick and made her sick? Yeah. And everybody like, sue. I'm like, they like, well, medical is hard to sue. For malpractice, it's one of the harder cases to sue. You had to prove that the doctor was negligent. I'm like, you said he nicked the intestine that made her septic. How negligent could that be?
That's so horrible. I'm sorry.
And then y'all put it down. Yeah, then y'all put it down. She died of natural causes. Like, that's not a natural cause. Natural cause is a heart attack, aneurysm.
Well, that happened to one of my friends.
Or going into cardiac arrest because of the surgery. Just they could have said that was natural causes, but not causing an injury that caused
an infection.
Further injury. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I had a friend. She was in a wheelchair, and she got hit crossing the street by a motorcycle that didn't stop. So she was a hit and run, right? And because of her injury, she passed. But they said she died from natural causes. That kind of stuff really be pissing me off. I said, what are you talking about? She died because she got hit by a motorcycle. I said, if she had not got hit by a motorcycle, she wouldn't die. But because she was old, she was a senior. And they just was like, they don't want to make it more than it is. They didn't want no controversy with it. So they said she died from natural causes. But I thought that was crazy. I said she died because somebody hit it by it was a hit and run. They need to find the person that hit her. They was like, look, she was older. We're not gonna go crazy about it.
Right. They don't want to. They don't want you filing lawsuits. That's how they keep their lawsuits down. And they don't want them filing. If we say it's natural causes, and if they did find a person, they don't want that person. Make it harder for you to sue that person.
It just seems so wrong, because their life would have been longer if it wasn't as to this particular effect, But they was like, her family is, not in the state. They didn't live in the city, and they said they didn't have nobody to really pursue the case, so they said just let it be. So they just said it was the natural causes, but I thought it was messed up.
Just let it be until it's a motherfucker that love their family member and they Luigi your ass.
Right.
Just let it be. Get the fuck out of here.
It's so ridiculous. It don't make no sense.
Let it be one of my let it be one of my kids, and you tell me just let it be. Ha ha! You gonna have to bury me under the jail.
Because it's a hit and run. They need to get that guy. They need to get the one. They didn't even stop. They didn't stop. Like, you can't see her. She's in the wheelchair. They saw her. Come on now.
I'm gonna be Johnny Q in that bitch. Motherfuckers be tripping.
And
got
the
two
girl.
Bluetooth.
What about the Bluetooth?
No, he said he's got two.
No, I said I had two Bluetooths fighting against each other. I couldn't hear y'all.
Oh! I had this girl that was in our neighborhood. She's in New York. she had a fight on July 4th, and as a result, they put it in the cell because they was they put both of them in the cell, but they said they found her hanging, and they said she didn't even have on nothing to be hanging with. So when the parents was notified, but they didn't want to give her the body. See how this nonsense be going on in New York? Now how you gonna tell somebody that your kid died and then you saying you can't release the body? So that's why she had to come and she had to go to officials and stuff for them to get the body released. Just to release.
More than likely they killed her, like, cause I was locked up. I was locked up in intake before, and they brought this girl in, and she was like fighting, screaming, yelling. You heard after they went into the cell after her. Sorry, I'm fucked up. High as shit. They went into the cell after her. You heard them restraining her screaming, and then she just screaming, "Please stop, please stop." And then eventually she stopped screaming. And then they all left and shit. And then probably an hour and a half later, ambulance stretcher came in there. They took her out of there. Old girl was dead.
Wow.
Sometimes the motherfuckers just be taking it too far and shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to flex their authority and they be killing motherfuckers in there. And in them cells, it don't be no cameras in them cells, so you can't really fucking see what them guards is doing to them.
That's so scary.
That's why I say don't stay safe, stay dangerous. Staying safe will get you killed.
It's crazy. But it's staying safe, you mean just be quiet, right? Because she was screaming. So if she would have just stayed quiet.
People be trying to stay safe. Sometimes that'll still get you fucked up. I say stay dangerous.
Okay.
It's what's kept me alive my whole life. Shit. Don't want to and thrive to be a dangerous individual, but just stay dangerous and stay vigilant.
Right.
Because sometimes in life, dangers can come your way, and where it's coming from, it might not give a fuck what the result is on your end.
Right.
So it's up to you to protect yourself.
But
I done see motherfuckers scream for help and people watch them scream for help. Nobody move or budge while a motherfucker fighting for their life.
But how you stay dangerous if you in the cell?
Shit.
You mean just give her presents? Just give her presents that don't mess with me.
No, stay dangerous. Shit, guards have fucked me up, but I guarantee guards know goddamn well I'm a struggle. And if I'm a struggle, you kill me. What other struggles and unbreakable wills are you gonna deal with behind me? What like-minded people am I around?
Okay.
And you always look out for the people around you in the same situation as you.
Right.
Because kindness is repaid with kindness.
Lefty, the device is not connected. It says device is not connected. It doesn't let me bring you in.
Yeah, that Bluetooth shit fucked this shit up. He might have to clear his browser.
See it coming. It's coming in.
Something ain't connecting. Yeah, he might have to clear his browser because something ain't connecting properly now. That way he can reconnect everything properly.
There he is. Okay, he in. Kiana fell asleep because she had came in. It was all good, but it's listen. I definitely I could probably come in tomorrow. Like 12, 11:30, 12 Eastern Standard Time. That's a good thing I could do. That's Friday. Tomorrow's Friday because today
I'd already be a little bit behind.
It'll be what'd you say?
Said I'd only be a little bit behind you.
Right. Because you saying when I can come back tomorrow. But I enjoy y'all coming in today. I'm gonna sign out. But Lefty and Exile, y'all want to give a closing statement? I don't think Lefty, you connected? I don't think Lefty's connected audibly. Can I hear you?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes. You want to give a closing statement?
Yeah, keep an open mind, think for yourself, and watch your six.
Okay, I love it. And what about you, Exile? Thank you.
You're gonna participate on the internet. Don't be a crybaby, bitch. Get out your feelings.
I love it. Okay, guys, I had so much fun with you, and I'm gonna sign off. Have a good night, everybody, and thank you for joining me tonight. See you tomorrow.